Welcome back to 20-Sided Dice Fight. We have a fourth session here with the party attempting to do some infiltration tactics. But first, we have some character interesting tidbits to throw out there for the audience. So why don't we start with Frank? Why don't you introduce a little and tell us about...
I'm Frank. I'm playing Atrak today, and fun fact about Atrak is he has two sets of eyelids because he's a lizard folk.
Oh, it's kind of weird. Like sideways and up and down?
No, it's like the clear ones.
Oh, ew, that's even more gross. All right, let's move on to Marcus. What do we got? Something interesting about Marcus?
Well, yes. I'm Aaron in Milton, and I play a Marcus. Is a little fun act. Despite the fact that he's not confident in it all, he actually he writes little lyrics for his own in his own free time. He doesn't sing it at all because he's absolutely horrible.
I don't know if we've ever heard Marcus sing. I think that might be a
karaoke night with Marcus.
Karaoke night with Marcus.
New ghostwriter for Tirith.
Yeah. Speaking of Tirith, let's go Sean, see what he's got for Tirith.
Yeah, I'm Sean. I play Tirith. Tirith's passion has long been art. But he's never been good enough at it, so he became a singer instead.
Okay, like art.
Oh, so like visual mediums as opposed to
auditory. Paintings.
But he's just not that good.
I assume it was sculpting specifically.
All right, so he's Red's gonna ask him to paint him like one of his French women.
He doesn't have the patience for sculpture. It takes too long.
All right, what about Dylan? Tell us a little bit about life or deity.
Hello, my name is Dylan, otherwise known as Al Capone on all forms. Life was created to be an assistant to his father, Tobias. However, the deity program, which was supposed to be just that, just a minor program in life. But however, we see it forming its own separate personality.
Oh, so there's some sort of defect is what you're talking.
Oh, wow. Robot racism.
What about Nikki? Tell us a little bit about Poppy. Something.
Hi, I'm Nikki. Fun fact about Poppy. I guess she's a lot like me because I'm always angry and I'm obsessed with coffee. So.
Oh, okay. So.
And I love cats.
A little too much of. Okay, got it.
So I'm playing myself. Yes, I really do get that angry.
All the time.
I'm surprised you weren't like, she's addicted to trading cards.
See the holes in the walls at home. All right, well, I'm Steel, and I play Revenant Red or Revenant. Fun fact about Red, he actually wears a red cloak, and that's part of where he got the nickname from the regular people. Because he would run around doing his thing, slaying monsters, and all they could see was the one glowing red eye and his blood red cloak. Something about the color red that he just really likes.
Also, headcanon for me, he also has the nickname Red because when he was made, his favorite story to be read to while he was going to sleep was Little Red Riding Hood.
Red.
Do we have a Little Red Riding Hood in this world? How did it get here? That's a better question.
Portals.
Yeah.
All right, anyway, last we left our party, they concocted a wild plan to attempt to spread this dino poison that would make all of the dinosaurs enraged for a short while. But in order to do it, they needed to create enough of this smoke from the poison, because the poison itself, if it's ingested, does nothing. But you have to light it. And in order to do that, they're trying to come up with ways to sneak into these pens unnoticed, because at the same time that this plan will be enacted, we have the remnants of the women and children, basically, of the city that are trying to make one final chance at escape. And they are doing this with the help of a dwarven rebel from Zykander, Fig and Bast. He's a sort of freedom fighter, And somehow he found his way to the city of Stonehaven here during a tumultuous time and has signed up with the captain of the Free Hearts to attempt to save the city for the people of Carantania. But at the same time that this plan is going into action, there is a large battle that looms over the arena here. So tensions are high and people are fully on alert. So in order to masterfully pull this off, they're going to have to use their best and brightest wit, as well as the luck of the dice. So let's pick it up with our party that was inside the Emperor's camp. All right, there's this camp of about 4,000 or 5,000 soldiers. They were attempting to enter Poppy into the gladiatorial arena. And at this gladiatorial arena, the Emperor will be present. So perhaps they can use Poppy's distraction and the fact that the Emperor will not be in his tent if he's at the arena, to sneak into the tent, all the while remaining unseen by the guards and the numerous traps that they've discovered around these strange runes and all sorts of, well, nasty business.
Yep.
So
we're gonna. I want to before we get rolling. I lean over to Red and I say,
well, Red's not here. Sorry, Revenant Red is with Merrick, Laszlo, Ed, and Ed, and Red.
So
they're actually on the walls hiding for the signal. So once the smoke starts rising, then they're going to rappel down and try to sneak into the Emperor's encampment.
Right, and that's where I'm at as well. Correct?
Oh, I thought you were in the camp with the party.
No, I want to go into the tent and do all that.
No, that's what this party's going to do.
Okay.
Red will meet them at the tent eventually, but it was just not a smart move to bring 7 people to the walls of this.
No, I think I should be on the wall specifically because
Okay.
I have an item that I think can help.
Okay, well, we'll come to you in just a second then. Let's move over to, well, actually, you know what? Because we're still in the tent, they're talking with people. They've moved out. They're basically walking to the dino pens. We had Marcus already sneak in, and he's ready to attempt to release his poison with 75 other little friends in there with him. So let's pick you up on the wall then and see what you want to do. The sun is just about all the way down. So you guys can talk through your sending stones too. Just FYI, you're in range of each other.
I lean over to Red and I say, I feel like I should have gone with Marcus. I just realized I probably could have blended in.
Blended in?
Like,
What do you
this
mean?
wild shape doesn't work. I'll just hold my arms like this and get naked.
Right. I don't think that's how that works. They can smell pretty well.
No, I'm talking about the guards. I totally could have sold them on the fact that I broke out.
That you were a velociraptor? I mean, maybe, but you're a little more, I understand you're both bipedal, but at the same time,
So I just hold
You
up
look
my arms like
different.
this. I hold up my arms like this and hunch forward. And I go, pretty convincing.
right. I think if you were going to go with Marcus, you would have to either knock out
Well,
the
it's
guards.
too late now.
Well,
But
yeah.
because I have something in my pack that I think can help us.
Oh,
And I
well-
pull out an arrow.
Okay.
And the arrow, it's a special arrow that can act as a grappling
Ooh.
device, like a zip line.
That's great. That actually could get you
And-
into the city faster, but you can't. I mean,
Well-
you don't want to go now.
No, I'm
Okay.
saying specifically to shoot it through the tent.
Well, you could shoot it through a tent, but not. So the Emperor's encampment is enormous. I mean, it houses 5,000 soldiers. So
Right.
you can see the Emperor's tent though from your wall because it's lavish. It's bigger. There's a lot more people surrounding it, guards, the like. So there's a lot more people. You could shoot it into a tent because you got a range of like 500 feet or some shit with your bow.
600, baby.
600. So you could shoot that thing 600, and then you could zip line. It would actually save you guys a ton of time rappelling down and then walking that 600 feet.
How
Also,
long
it's
is the-
probably less
the
likely to
line
be
for
seen
the
if we.
grapple?
Well, if he has the grappling arrow, I imagine it's just as a cable as long as he can shoot it.
How much weight can it carry?
Well, probably one at a time, more than
You
likely.
gave it to me.
Well, I didn't give it to you. Did I?
No,
I
Nikki
didn't.
did.
Oh, Nikki did. One at a time. You can tell the tension on the line. It's thin enough because if it was like fat and bulky, everybody would see it, right? So it's thin
Well,
enough.
it's also magic.
Right.
It is?
Oh, I don't know. No, I think it's. I don't think the grappling arrow is actually like magical. I think it's like a high tension cable.
Oh, does this come from the black market?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
And it's really thin because in the dead of night you can't even see it, right? So you could, and because you're overhead, who the fuck thinks to look above, right? We don't even have planes in this world, so who thinks to go like that? You know, while
Just
you
saying,
guys.
it'd be a lot quieter than a bunch of sweaty
has-
strongmen.
It's
grappling
attached to
here.
100 feet of rope.
Oh, okay. So it's attached to a 100 foot rope. You could.
Holds up to 500 pounds, though.
Oh, 500. Well, so yeah, depending on who you bring.
Yeah.
So what you can do then is you can tie. Well, but if you tie regular rope to it, that's not gonna be able to hold everybody. But still, that line alone is gonna get you over the roof of basically the entry. Because all around, you notice that there's like wooden palisades around the base of this camp, right? They're not stupid. So you'd have to somehow have navigated past those. But your grappling arrow, you can and shoot and just zip line past. And it looks like 2 people could probably go at a time. 500 pounds. So, I mean, everybody, you could bring all 4, 2 at a time. Boom, boom. That'd be pretty sweet. Okay. So are you just planning to wait for the signal in and then launch your arrow? Okay. Well, let's jump over then to because we have our dino friend. He's ready to roll for this. But let's get these guys set up. See how they do here. So, last we left, Deity and Tirith were walking towards the dino pens. So you guys arrive with this, the big, bulky kind of the ringleader of this fighting pit, because he offered to walk you around so you could check out the dinos because you said you wanted to see them. And you can see that there's like this tunnel, but it's not really like a tunnel. It's just like there's a cage with metal plates over the top. They just dug a pathway that's slightly angled so that these specific dinosaurs could be pushed and corralled into the fighting pit. So it's not like an actual tunnel, so to speak. Okay, it's just a sloped angle thing. So you can technically see inside. There's little holes, but there's obviously no dinos in it. You see the pen. And you see a swath of dinosaurs. This pen is actually divided into 4 sections. One has this large metal cage over it, and you can see these pterodactyls inside. So obviously, if you got flying dinos, you got to house them somewhere where they can't get out. And then you see the obvious raptor cages. They like to use those. In one of the cages, you see a couple of T-Rexes. And they're currently being prodded to stay away from each other, because as we all know, the Dino Kingdom can have only one dinosaur king.
Alpha.
Well, what if one's a girl and one's a boy?
Girl. Well, then it's just gross.
Because then they
Too
can
many
make baby
dinosaurs.
T-Rexes.
No, they definitely do that. Obviously, they have some sort of breeding process because they got a shit ton of dinosaurs here.
Yeah, and even if
Um,
they don't, I mean, we've seen what happens when they use amphibian DNA to make genderless dinosaurs. Nature
Finds
finds
a
a
way.
way.
Yeah. So, what do you 2 want to do at this moment while you're here talking? He's just kind of showcasing. He's just explaining to you what the hell these things are, even though you.
Is he the only person down here with us?
What's
Yeah. Well, it's not really down because it's slightly elevated on a hill, but he's the only one there. You do see there's a tower, and there's a dude up there, and he's just kind of looking down in the pens. So
Okay.
it's just those 2 right now.
What's your name again?
Which name? Wait, you're not there.
Yeah,
Which
no,
name?
You're in
Wait,
the
whose
cage.
name?
Yeah.
My name?
No, Tiroth, the posing as the Great Hunter.
Oh, yes. What was your name again? Do we remember?
Tazin.
Yeah.
Tazin, something.
Tazin the Great
Yeah.
or something like that.
Tazdingo.
That's right.
Like,
Got it. Okay.
I didn't write it all the way down. Let's just go Tazin.
That's good.
Oh, Tazin Razor Claw, I think.
Yeah,
Razor,
yeah.
Razor
Yeah.
Claw.
The greatest hunter around.
That's right. Well, I mean, he did
Yes.
somehow bag a Leonin, so.
Yeah.
Yeah.
As
The other
ferocious
guy's
as
gonna be like,
Poppy.
"Have you met our friend Taserface?"
Hey, I see where he got. No, okay. All right, so he's kind of like bragging about these dinos. You're essentially tuning him out because you know this shit already. But he's bragging about how much like Tyrannosaurus eat in a day and the rarity that they have to clean out the battlefields because the dinos take care of the mess. Yada yada. He's just blabbering on. But what do you two want to do?
I'll leave it up to you, Tirith.
I have a plan.
All right.
I'm gonna go up to him and say, with a little bit of magical help, friend, please, why don't you go back and prepare my viewing area for the fight? I need prime spots to see my creature in action.
Creature.
So I'm gonna use friends. I'm gonna try and get him to skedaddle.
Okay. All right. Roll your persuasion.
Wait, I'm casting friends. He's got to make.
Oh, he has to make a save. I forgot. It's not. Okay. So he has to make and it's a wisdom.
Wisdom save. I don't,
Okay.
or a charisma save. I'm not sure. Why don't I have it written down?
I believe it's a wisdom save.
Okay.
Oh, okay. He fails, just barely, by one.
All right, so he's considered charmed by me. Then.
Okay.
You're very charming.
So he's kind of standing at you wide-eyed. Roll your persuasion.
All right.
At advantage.
Yep, that advantage.
Oh yeah. Do I have advantage? Okay.
Well, yeah, he's charmed. Charisma checks are made at advantage, I think. I think it's all charisma checks.
Yeah.
So you
Yeah.
Performance the shit
Wait.
out of him.
Persuasion. That is a 22.
could- Okay. Well, damn. Wasn't going to give it to him unless you rolled really high. So, he looked at you wide-eyed for a second. Yeah, I think I can do that. I've got just the spot.
Thank you.
Next to the Emperor. It'd be great. You can brag to each other as your beasts are slain in battle. It'll be a rousing good time.
Amazing. We'll be up there momentarily.
Well, hurry along. The sun's going down. That means people are gathering for the fight. And he
Yes.
kind of like trods up, but he like clogs. He's a very large man.
He has wooden shoes.
And then I'm gonna look at Deity like wide-eyed and like scared. Okay, what do we do now?
Oh shit, he's gone.
How many people are here?
There's one in the tower, but he's like
There's one in
pacing
the
back and
tower,
forth. So the tower is in the center of all of the pits.
Okay.
So he has,
Okay,
and
okay.
it's like there's like two ways to get in through these like cages. It's like a passageway into the tower, but obviously safety precautions. They box it in, and then he has a couple of ways that he can get down.
So they're
And he's pacing back and forth in a circle.
so I can understand. We're in like kind of a pit area, and there's a bunch of cages.
Yeah,
of
there's like
dinosaurs
three boxes, one of which has a cover with more cage, more metal,
Yeah.
because the pterodactyls.
around. Yeah.
The other two don't have anything on top,
Yeah.
but they're bars, and they're thick frickin' bars, obviously.
Yeah, but they're big enough that we could like put our hands.
You could
in
put
and
your
break
wrist,
the
you could put
cages.
your arm in it. Yeah.
So what I
No,
was-
they regularly do that, in fact. If someone comes to camp that they don't want there, or if they're trying to interrogate somebody, they'll just slip a hand in there. And, most of the time people will cave before the raptors or T-Rex come to gather the...
I have an idea.
All right.
So we have 3 jars. What we could do is walk past all of the cages, and I can slowly pour out what I'm, making look into a drink or whatever. Because I'm a robot. People are not going to think twice if I have some weird ass liquid that I'm drinking. I spill it.
Well, unless they know about Warforge.
Yeah.
They do know a little bit about him.
They know that we're slaves.
Yeah.
No. As long as they know you're slave, they
Slave?
treat you like slaves.
Uh,
They probably know
yeah.
stuff about like they know Zykandur exists. They probably know that in Zykandur they're like viewed as servants, but they're probably accustomed to the normal sort of culture around this world. You can make that assumption.
So I can pour some out along the path and make it look like we're walking and just viewing the dinosaurs up close. And
I mean, some of these dinosaurs are pretty big. I'm pretty sure we could angle ourselves so we could maybe block the view from the tower. to
T-Rexes
us.
are very large.
and that's why I could, like, sleight of hand drop it down.
Yeah.
But at the end, we can have me trip or something. And I'm, like, on fire for a bit, like, and it sparks up.
All Warforged burst into flames when they trip.
Yeah.
The oil's spilling out.
And because
The
of
path,
the
we haven't quite.
because of the path of our thing, the rest of it should ignite.
Oh,
and-
interesting.
With that, they're kind of trapped in cages, so they're bound to get the smoke of it.
All right.
That's
I
my
got
thought.
I got an idea to help us out too.
Perfect.
I can try and distract the guy at the tower by like
Ooh.
talking to him. Maybe
Not a bad idea.
I'll just like I'll just
You
discuss
could like
dinosaur
yell
facts
yell
with
up
him.
to him. Hey, you!
Yeah.
You suck!
You up there! Yeah, you could. That's a great idea. Okay.
Yeah, I think I'll just
I
try
like
and
it.
distract
Let's
him.
see how we're gonna do this then. Let's start with Deity because he's gonna be having to roll. Well, let's see. You're gonna be acting nonchalant.
Yeah, and then
Okay.
sleight of handing the.
So what I want you to do is roll a performance because you're gonna be just acting like you're perusing the dinos, stuff like that.
I'm gonna lucky that. 'Cause that was in that one.
Ooh! It all comes unfurled.
Could I give him a bardic inspiration before we go?
It's a little late.
No. Okay.
Nah, you
All
can.
right.
Fine, I'll let you do it. One time.
right,
This
all
one
right,
time. You
cool.
have to remember.
All
One
right,
time.
All right.
And that's a
You
D8.
get one bardic inspiration. Because
that's a
I'm
D8.
nice.
I have to use that.
Hey, DM.
Oh yes.
At some point,
You need
let me know when I can
Are
communicate
you
with the
looking
party
one
with the
for one?
stones. I
Okay.
have some questions.
Oh, okay.
Okay, that helps a lot. Performance, that's a 14.
Okay.
So it's not awful.
I'm gonna get a new dice.
You're telling me. I rolled a 1
That
and then a
one-
4.
That one sucked.
But on the,
I don't want to make this too easy.
on the D8, I rolled a 6. So it's
Okay, so he's just kind of, he's still doing his patrol. He doesn't really notice you too much. So we're gonna do this kind of all at once, and then play through, kind of see how this goes. So now I need you to roll your sleight of hand.
natural 20 plus 11.
Okay.
do that?
So you're doing this. Tiroth, how are you distracting this guy? What are you doing?
I'm basically shouting out to him, hey, how many people you see eat by some of these, huh?
Oh, I see. Okay. Do me a favor. It's so easy for you, but I would say let's do a performance check. Because you're kind of
Alright.
faking this intrigue,
Are you stuck?
trying to really shout out and make the distraction. Let's say it's a performance. I was thinking deception, but I think performance maybe fits a little better. You're acting.
I like that.
You're acting as Tazin.
Say, how many beasties do these beasties eat?
32.
Oh, for fuck's sake.
I love the pause. Like,
I rolled an
32. I was like, oh, he's pausing. This is good for me. I might actually have gotten one on these.
No, I was like, this is a really high number. I'm gonna have to do some math.
I gotta do math. Oh boy. Okay. So we'll say he's thoroughly distracted. So while this is happening, Ashrak, what is it that you want to chime in on with the sending stones?
Well, I'm just kind of asking where everybody's at with their plans.
Okay. So your sending stones, you feel like they're I don't know, vibrating. You hear you hear like a subtle voice. It's pretty quiet, and you can hear Ashrak ask the question. I think everybody except for Marcus, because
No, he feels it inside him.
inside of him, you feel like inside of your belly, someone talking.
You know how funny if that would just give him away? Hey, where's everyone at?
And all the raptors just go.
I think I need to use the bathroom.
It's got some
He
indigestion.
craps out the sending stone.
Yeah. So you guys can respond if you'd like.
Well, in order to
except
do
me.
that, we have to interact with the sending stone, and I'm not.
Yeah, you can.
I'm
I
literally
mean, what
in
I'm
the
saying,
middle of-
like, this isn't like a combat thing where you have to be like, oh, this is going to take my turn.
Well, no. I'm saying as a part of me, like trying to sleight of hand.
And Nikki, you're just
do
sitting
that.
in a prison cell by yourself. There's no one in any of the tents.
Hi.
That's your message. Hi.
How
How doing?
I'm going to wait until this ordeal is done.
Right, I was going to say, because the top guard is distracted. You can see, because you're like kind of like...
Yeah. And,
Okay.
And not
You can see
So is it
that he is
safe-
fully
is it
engrossed in Tiroff.
I'm just going to say, busy. Talk in a sec.
So I got no information that I was asking.
You got a high.
and a busy
Um,
and busy.
If I can, I'll like quickly turn around and like pull out the stone and respond.
Okay, roll me a D100 when you do that.
Damn it! I knew I was gonna open this. This is why I didn't want to do it.
That's it. That's why I was like, I'm not.
I know, but
Well, I
we
think
can't
the
get
DM
any more
told you
messages
specifically
randomly.
you were in the clear because Sean is the one.
Well, you don't know that.
Yeah.
So,
I
let's
got
see what he got.
53.
53?
53.
Okay. All right. So you managed to turn around and say something.
Okay, I'm just gonna say, we're neck deep in this shit. Don't message on the stones right now.
That's probably a good
Clear
message.
the comms! Clear the comms!
I would like to say back to them.
Oh my god. You
Because
just
I
said
imagine
don't
they can
message.
hear me, right? They don't have to say something back. To
No,
me.
but remember, it's a vocalized thing, so someone could hear.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
I'm gonna whisper.
Okay.
I don't think that helps any.
We know how the fumes will affect the creatures, but not us.
Oh yeah, no,
We
they
do know that.
They
We do
know.
know that.
We've already just,
Yeah.
It could affect us.
it can affect
It
you
could
if
affect
you
us.
inhale it.
Yeah.
So it's anything.
Something lit from afar is much less conspicuous.
Yes.
Yeah, we know,
But something like an arrow coming into
Yeah,
a pen
they were
is
exploring
highly
arrows or
suspicious.
fire bolts being launched in, and they were like, well, like I
Yeah.
said, there's two parts to this. You can just light it on fire, sure, but
We have
that
analyzed every bit of this.
It goes very noticeable. So they're trying to do this as inconspicuously as possible because they want to
That
make
way
sure that the
they
people
think
in
it's
the
a-
town can escape.
Yeah. Well, I
If
just
it's-
think
wanna draw
in the
attention to
heat
that.
of a gladiatorial event happening, an arrow might not be that noticeable.
Well, if they have to
Still
get to that
dark.
point, I mean, the goal maybe don't put Poppy in a life-threatening situation, but they might have to.
we
It
all
just
know she
depends.
wants to fight.
Right, but I mean, it's still a risk. It's a risk every time you fight, so
Mhm.
it doesn't matter how good you are, right? Okay, so as you're putting out this poison, Tiroth, as you've turned away, you now the guard is still kind of like watching you, because he's like
a water
interested. He
fan?
was shouting back to you some of the details about how many how much cattle and shit they go through every day to feed these animals. And as you are standing there, you hear a voice inside your head. And you hear, well, the intrepid adventurer that I have heard so much about from my guards. What makes you unique that you were able to trap a Leonin and bring her here.
Okay, I'm gonna turn around. Do I see this person talking to me? The voice is in my head.
As you turn around, you do see an individual. He is wearing a lavish purple tunic with a very ornate but very form-fitting set of armor. On his back is a shield, and in his hand is also in his back is a very large sword. He has a couple of what you can see as smaller weapons on his person, as well as this large helmet in his. He's like holding it like a football. You can only make the assumption that this is Emperor Memnon himself.
Am I with Tiroth right now?
You're like down the line.
Okay.
Because remember
that's
they're
what I
like 3 pens.
I didn't know
And then
where in
the tower. Yeah, no, you're way down the line. You didn't even see him. If he walked past you, you would not have seen him.
Yeah.
So you're not sure.
Oh god, that's scary.
And as you hear this voice in your head, I need you to tell me what exactly is running through your head at this particular moment. What's running through your mind?
running through my
What's
head
running
at
through your
this
mind?
moment.
It's the short.
Oh shit. In my mind, it is bowing to him and holy shit, holy shit, holy shit.
Okay. All right. Then I need you to make a wisdom saving throw.
Oh, fudge. So not cool. Oh, fudge.
Do I finally get a W here?
you do have the
Yeah,
lucky.
you get a major W.
You have the
Oh,
lucky.
wait.
You do
I
have.
thought he used it already. He didn't use that already?
No.
I don't think so.
That was
I
the
used
start
it
of the day.
before. I used it the day before we slept. I'm using lucky because I rolled a nat one.
Oh, that would have been it. Oh, that would have been so good.
Fuck you, Memnon.
Yes, I rolled so much better. I got a 19. Okay, hold on. Wisdom 22.
Okay, so you can tell with much difficulty as he's staring at you. You can feel like he is attempting to penetrate your mind.
Oh.
But you managed to fend him off with much difficulty. Okay. And then he says out loud, "So, Mr. Tarzan, I see you are admiring the dinosaurs. What else brings you to my camp, this town?"
You motherfucker.
Well, and I'll give like a polite bow, you know. I know I have heard rumors of your gladiatorial arena and wish to test my latest capture against your mighty army of dinosaurs. I have heard legends about them, but I've never seen them in person, so this is quite the honor for me.
Roll
You
a
have
deception.
my humblest thanks.
Oh, my
Yeah, 'cause I
humblest thing.
definitely-
Roll a deception. Because we both know you're here to light fires.
He doesn't know that. Oh, damn. Okay, not bad. 17.
Okay. Why is it that you think you can pull the wool over my eyes, Tarzan? I can clearly see you're lying. That bead of sweat running down your brow gives you away, especially in these mild temperatures. So,
Double down. Lie again. No.
That's the dinosaurs.
why don't you tell me what brings you here?
Really wanna
If
fuck
you
with
really
them.
are
Are you able to come
who
up
you
and
say
do a
you are.
distraction? Maybe.
I don't think so. I'm very far away and I don't know anything's going on.
You may be able to
Yeah.
fool my men, but I am a different beast entirely. You can see that his tone is getting aggressive.
Yeah. Perhaps these matters would be best to discuss in private.
In private. Very well. Come. You may bring your servant.
I'll give like a little whistle.
Yes, master.
So you can see.
I'm there in a second.
Good.
In a second.
As you approach, I need you to roll a wisdom saving throw.
Oh, me?
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
As his glare, you can see daggers coming at you in his glare.
Oh, 17.
Okay, so
No shot that fails.
no shot that fails. You sure?
Wow.
His emperor.
You sure?
I assume all of his DCs are like 25.
No,
That is-
I don't do that.
That is
no, I would never
god
do that.
level
Nope.
DC.
I don't want to tell you, but I'll tell you after the game what his DC was. Okay, but I don't want to tell you now.
I mean, Tirith succeeded. That's all I'm saying.
Yes, and Tirith. Well, Tirith rolled a 22.
With lucky,
Yeah.
I believe I can also know if I succeed or fail.
I have no idea. Is
Yeah.
that the new
You
lucky?
used your luck
Wait,
just a second
did
ago?
you already use the bardic inspiration?
Yeah,
Yeah,
he had to. Yeah, he had to. It was bad.
With the lucky feat, yes, you are allowed to know whether you succeed.
Okay, you may roll again if you so choose to use the
Didn't you
lucky.
just use luck?
Well, did I?
Yeah, but he has
did
3.
I fail?
Yes,
wow.
you failed.
It's equal to your proficiency, and plus
Yeah.
That's
the
great.
original lucky was 3.
Yeah, the
stat-
original lucky was 3. This one is different. It's only
Natural
I always
20.
thought
That's
the feat
20,
was just
baby.
a 1.
Get fucked, Memnon.
God damn it.
Dick, Memnon.
You shit it off.
Someone check that dice. It's loaded.
It's 20.
Someone's loaded.
That's the second
Oh
one.
look, she rolled a 3.
Three.
Don't touch my die.
Is it loaded? Is it loaded? Because originally he failed before he used the feat.
Yeah, okay.
Ooh.
Well, that was still a 17. That's a solid ass
Oh,
roll.
he turned on the success button.
that's
That's
something.
right.
He flipped the switch on the die. Boop. Okay, so as you see, you can tell too that you have fended him off from penetrating your mind.
I'm going to give him the best scowl that I can as
Oh, like a
With your little hat.
interesting. The others are so difficult.
Mental
Astute
fortitude.
gentleman, follow me. And as he walks, you notice he doesn't have like guards immediately by him, but you do see from behind some of the tents as you walk down the road towards his tent that guards kind of like peel off and head behind you. There are
we see
6 of
them?
them.
Can we see them from our vantage point?
Yeah, they look like little dots though. Roll a perception check to see if you can tell. You do see tons of movement throughout the camp. That's the thing. It's an enormous camp. And you're on the walls. Roll a perception check.
Well,
Oh, and you're a monk. You should have good perception.
Perception. 16.
Okay, so you can spot Tiroth and Deity. You can even see from the top area, you see like where Poppy went inside. So you've been kind of like tracking them this whole time with your eyes. And what's interesting is that you didn't know or notice at all when Memnon just popped up behind Tiroth. He just was there. But you can see all of them. And now you see there is a contingency of about 6 guards currently walking behind them towards the Emperor's tent. So you can see them. They don't look like they're being detained, though. So use that what you will. As you get closer towards the tent, you notice the Emperor, he waves his hand, and you see the runes in the ground. They glow really brightly, and then they dim. And he enters. The guards stay outside. And he gestures to you to enter. To you two.
Oh, yeah, well, we're not gonna not enter now.
Yeah, I'm not going to not go in. Okay. So, as you enter...
Things are going very badly.
Well, not
I
necessarily.
don't think so. I think,
Great.
I think they're going
you're
actually really well.
Yeah.
making an assumption.
I think they're going well too.
So, you notice in a cage nearby, like a cell, a prison cell, you see Janu, and he is tied up with chain, and he looks a little bloodied. Looks like he's got his ass
Janu was
kicked.
that monk, wasn't he?
Man.
Yes,
He was
Janu
the
was the monk.
You gotta
Damn.
pretend like you don't know him.
So,
Gold?
he
No.
sits down in what is like a traveling throne. Okay. It's not crazily adorned, but it is like purple. You can tell he likes the color purple.
The roaming throne, if you will.
Not a roaming throne.
Is it like a throne, but it has like quad wheels on it? And
No, I don't.
Is it fair to say that he's a wandering emperor?
No.
Damn it!
It's a palanquin.
Okay.
right?
You also see a very
Palanquin?
strange
Palanquin.
adornment on the top of his
Palanquin.
throne, and it's like a sphere. It looks like a sphere, and there's like rays of light coming off of it, so it kind of looks like a sun or whatever. And then you see the silhouette of a female inside of it. So it's
Dancing
adorned
around.
on his chair. It's like an orb. Okay.
Like a palanquin?
I think it's a palanquin.
A what?
It's not keen?
No, quin.
The little thing where like they sit around.
Oh
and
no,
they
he's not.
carried
No,
around?
he's not like he's not.
You said he was traveling.
No, I mean traveling, like a traveling
Like a-
throne. So he has this like kingdom, right? He's not gonna bring his actual big ass
even
throne.
Like one of those motorized beer coolers.
No, God damn it. Okay, moving on.
Definitely.
So, you see Janu. He appears to be unconscious at this time. And he's got his ass kicked. There's some blood on his face. It looks like maybe a couple fingers are broken. One's missing now.
Ouch.
So he doesn't look in great shape. And the Emperor, as he sits down, he beckons you to what is like large pillows that you can sit in, kind of like beanbags. And he gestures that you both sit down.
Oh, both of us? I'm allowed a pillow?
No, you're not one of his, so he's not. I mean, you don't know him, so he gestured for both of you to sit down.
All right, we'll sit down.
So,
Do I get to sit as well, Master?
Yes, sit down.
interesting.
You just pop a squad.
So, I'm sure you've taken notice of the cell beside me. Yes?
No, it's not noticeable
Yes.
at all.
Is that what that
assume
is?
Some war criminal.
Right. War criminal. Of sorts. But, first and foremost, he is one that would lie to me and deceive me. So, I would ask that you both be forthright. Or you could meet the same fate. It is for you to decide. However, there is something familiar about the both of you. And I would like to give you this opportunity to present that familiarity. Mind you, as you entered this place, once again, you guys see this small chest, and it's almost like there's like blindingly bright light as you look at it. And it's just there, and you can feel as you get closer to it, you feel like a desire for it. So, why is it that you're here exactly in my camp this night of all nights? I ask you both.
Can I ask a question to you in response to your question?
Sure, ask away.
What is special about tonight?
Clearly, you cannot be so naive to think that as I've moved my forces to this area, that an assault is not imminent.
I understand that, but why is tonight special?
I'm not sure I can explain that any more plainly. Your friend here,
I
Boy, the
that's a
bar was
very
low. You
valid
found a
question.
way to crawl under it.
Answered it.
he just basically said like he's on the verge of a
Yeah.
battle.
Yeah.
That's what makes it special.
Like it's the day of his siege.
So then he's confirming that tomorrow's the next day?
Sounds like it.
Okay.
So then what's special about tonight?
It's the eve of his battle.
All right.
Can I?
Gives big old "that's not my wallet" vibes.
I want to roll. I want to see if you allow it. I want to know. I want to get a feel for how much he knows about power roll and the miss and
Oh,
the symbol.
how would you
'Cause
do
I feel
that?
like this like an insight check or something. Like trying, I don't know. Like I don't know. I'm looking around the room, maybe seeing if I can maybe find the symbol, see the symbol. or
Roll
something.
a perception check for me.
Okay. Okay. Because this guy's he knows way too much. A 20, not a dirty 20. Yeah.
Not a dirty 20. That's okay. Okay, so as you are looking around the entirety of the tent, you do see that very, very small, around the shape of the lock on the chest is actually the same symbol that you all possess. That's the only symbol you see at this point.
It's a mimic.
But you feel somewhat familiar, is what he said. There's something familiar about you. That's what he said.
Yeah.
And that was, you rolled a 20, right?
Yeah, dirty 20.
Okay, so you also see on the table, you can just barely make it out, but you do see 2 posters of individuals. You're not sure who they are because you can't really make it out from the angle you're at. But you can tell they're wanted poster because they have you can read the words reward at the bottom. And he has 2 of them on his table. They look like they're freshly unfurled. So they're a little crinkled. Old.
Well, one's probably me.
The other's probably me.
Insightful.
Maybe. Okay.
You did a lot of stealing.
So, go ahead. I
Oh,
want to do something.
I do believe that I have some bad relations with a particular nation around here.
A particular nation around here.
Where they specialize in creating technologies and such.
Well, let's be honest.
The-
Let's be honest here. We both have some problems in our home countries that we both want to escape.
And you come here in hopes of escape?
Well,
How did
no,
we know who
I
Tira is?
came to Tira in hopes of escape.
Very good. At least we're getting on a first name
call him Tira.
basis.
Yes.
This is good.
As you know, I am not Tazin. I am Tirith.
You're not even here.
Obviously. Though your disguise is, I would tout you fantastic. Fooled many of my men. Until I, of course, revealed who you were.
What name is on the paper for me?
I see life.
Interesting. Okay.
It's not me.
It is interesting. The details don't seem to add up. Escaping, running around, and you just happen to find another unlawful individual who is running from a king of another nation. There's quite the handsome bounty on you both, though I will say Tyroth's is higher.
That's unfortunate.
Oh.
However, that doesn't tell me the story of how you know this man, and he gestures towards Janu. So why don't you fill me in on how you know a monk of the Makshana who is seemingly infiltrated my camp once again to attempt to destroy me, destroy my plans. Why don't we be forthright with one another? As I said, there's a familiarity about you.
Ugh. What a
See, I don't know what the
position
familiarity
You know
is,
what?
like
Your
just the
position isn't so
posters,
bad
the wanted
anymore.
posters, or
You don't know.
the symbol. Yeah, I don't know. I don't want to give away too much, though.
We met.
Okay.
We interacted. We split wings.
He helped us get across.
Yes.
To Karen, Tanya.
Yes. And Because I already know more to the story, so
Well,
might as well be
Why don't you
forthright.
fucking
Why
tell
don't
the
we
story
stop
then?
playing games then? Why don't you just speak up?
I don't mind games. It's fun. It entertains me. And let's be honest, it's not as if you have any actual power or say here. If you do not do as I ask, you will end up like or worse than Janu here. Or,
Do what you will with John.
oh, he is inconsequential to me. Though I was assuming that you would negotiate for an ally.
You misunderstand me.
Oh, I don't mean just you. I mean you and your friends. Though I am curious why there is just 2 of you. And you left your Leonin in the pens. Does she know that we're having this discussion? Do you have a means by which to communicate with her?
Why is that of matter?
Yes, we do.
What the
Well, I was going to ask if she would join this conversation. No?
Yes, if you would bring her in, that would be great.
That's fantastic.
Poppy,
So you
don't
think
make
I'm
me
of the
he
feel
mind,
looks-
like,
mental fortitude.
yes,
Don't do
please
that.
bring Poppy in here. Please bring
He
Poppy.
looks past you at the opening, and you can hear one of the guards trot off. She'll be along shortly. But until then, I would like a walk down memory lane. That you, of course, will come along with me. Something I wish to share with you. And once I do, you can make the judgment call whether or not you would like to fulfill my question from before and tell me why exactly you are here. Would you indulge me?
It's not like we have much of a choice.
Speak your truths.
Oh, it's not a speak, it's a see. I wouldn't think you would just believe my words. I don't know you, and don't know that you can trust me. So, I will share it with you. I had a friend, you see, many years ago. A dear friend. He helped me be able to do what I'm about to show you. Constructed a device. You'd be very interested in seeing it. So he walks behind his throne, and he pulls a like it looks like a tripod, but in the center there is this circular. It's like a half sphere, and in the center, the bottom center, there appears to be some sort of like slot. He reaches in his pocket and he pulls out this small crystal. It's cylindrical, perfectly cylindrical, and he inserts it. Please approach. And he pushes it just a little bit closer to you guys to give you some comfort, not being like right next to it.
Yeah.
Simply push the gem into the slot all the way, and you should be able to view the memory shard.
A weirdo.
Okay, yeah, we'll push it. Let's see what happens.
So as you push it, we're gonna flash over to Poppy, who is in her cell. And before you know it, as you hear the crowd, you can hear the crowd in the background. They begin murmuring, like they're getting restless. You can tell because you've been in many arena fights before. You can tell they're getting restless. It's at that moment that you see the ringmaster come out. Well, lass, looks like you're up. This'll be fun. We've got 2 raptors in there for you right now. I dare say I do hope you last at least 10 minutes with them. Give them a real good show, will ya? Yes.
Do I have to stretch it out to 10 minutes?
Oh,
I'm trying to wrap things up here.
you're very much more articulate than you were earlier.
Oh, yeah.
Fine by
Yeah.
me. All the more reason when they listen to you squeal in pain as the flesh and fur torn from your bones.
I roar at him.
Save it for the pen. And you see he puts the key in the slot and goes to open it. And as he opens it, you see a guard rush in. Stop. Halt right there. And he kind of like snarls at him. What is it now? The Emperor sends word. I must take this one. You're kidding me, right?
You're kidding him, right?
Seems you might have some friends in high places. He like gingerly opens the cage. Milady. You see, he's very upset. Even though he's like grimacing and like attempting a smile.
I'm upset. I wanted to fight.
Well, you would have, but something happened. So you're then led out of the arena, and as like you're led towards the side of this area, people like see you and notice you, and they're just raining down boos, boo, throwing lettuce heads and tomatoes into the ring. The ringmaster is just like, we've got more people, Jesus!
I would like to take this time to use a sending stone to send a message to Ashrak.
Okay, how are you planning on doing that? Unnoticed.
Well, I just kind of wanted to. I'm being paraded out, right? And we're under the cover of people throwing shit at us.
Cabbages and tomatoes.
Yeah. So
I just clicked the sending stone in my butt cheeks to activate it.
Okay, roll a sleight of hand, and we'll see if you can do this. If you can roll a good sleight of hand, then I'll let you, like, oh my gosh, oh, while the shit's
just give a little
pelted at you.
And then it's activated.
Whoa, that was weird. How did that
It even landed on a 22.
Oh. That
I
was
would've
far
taken that
worse. 10.
Oh, okay, so what's your message that you're saying?
I just want to be like, hey, something's up. I'm not fighting. Be on your guard. This doesn't look good.
Okay, very good. So Ashrak, you hear that message, as well as Deity.
I'm
gonna start coughing.
Oh wait, no, you're calling. You're just sending it to Ashrak. Sorry.
Yeah.
Just Ashrak. I apologize. I forgot about that.
So I look over at Red and I say, well,
Shit. Well,
change plans.
What the hell do we do now? I don't see any smoke.
So I'm going to see where I can get, like how I can get as close as possible to the Emperor's tent.
Well, you have a 100-foot line, so you can diagonally shoot your line so that you can go over the head of the guards. Hopefully.
So what I'm going to do is I'm going to ask Red to stay here, and I'm going to do that, but I'm going to ask him to, once I'm on the other side, to unhook the part of the line that's up there so I can reuse it.
Oh shit! All right. Well, so you don't want to? We're not gonna follow you then. We'll rappel down when we get the signal. All right. We'll wait. Just.
Because I might need it.
All right. If there's an emergency, you know what to do.
Yep. So I'm gonna just.
Okay. So you can thwap it. I mean, the whole cable. And basically you're gonna latch it onto the end. Once you're down, Red can just push it off and it'll zip back to you. Okay?
Yep.
Okay.
Now.
So as you're going down though, I want you to roll a stealth check because you're gonna try to do this quietly.
Thank God I am very.
Because if you're just Yahoo down the line.
23.
Okay, you're right.
Because I have a +8.
Sorry.
Yeah, fucking nothing. It doesn't even make the little sound while you're going down. Yeah.
I like to think I just ran across the top of the wire.
Fucking, oh, wow, that's
Naruto?
cool. Yeah, totally. I don't care. That's fucking cool. Just fucking all the way down. Okay, so as you reach the bottom, it does recline back in, just repel back into the arrow. And you're kind of set up on the third layer of tents. The Emperor's tent, you can walk down the main path, but there's lots of guards. Lots of people walking around. You would have to attempt to stealth through the tents in order to weave your way through to the Emperor.
Yeah, well, I'm going to take little peeks. Or you know what, even better, I'll close my eyes and I'll use my blind sense.
Remember, that's only like 15 feet or 10 feet.
That's fine. I want to get right up to the tents and I want to see if there's people in them. And I'm going to go from tent to tent that's empty.
Oh, okay. Roll an
What
investigation.
in
Ooh,
a
not good
4,000
at
man
investigation.
encampment is going to be empty?
16.
Okay, so you can kind of easily navigate. It's nighttime now, because this is when this is when the signals are supposed to go off. Nighttime, boom. So that's kind of what we're waiting for here.
Does this count as like their city?
No, you're outside the city. This is just a camp.
Okay.
It's just a pick up and go thing. There's just lots of tents. Yeah, I wouldn't. There's no like tavern or anything to go to, if that's what you mean.
No, the reason I was asking is because I have my whole city secrets thing. Like.
Oh yeah, no. This one and there's no. Yeah, this is like a pop up thing. I mean, I wouldn't know how you would be able to navigate through. Yeah, but so it's gonna take a little while for you to get there, but you are stealthing really well. And you're able to go and kind of like as you're moving, you're going through and making sure that you're not like trotting too close to the manned tents, the people inside. Because some tents are larger than others. Some tents house multiple people, some singular. Okay, but you're gonna make your way to the Emperor's tent.
Well, there's only one guard with Poppy, right?
Yes.
And a crowd of people as well.
Well, they are walking down the main street. But you're still probably like 400 feet from her.
Okay, because I'm wondering if there would be like an adjacent tent that I could pull the guard into.
Well,
You know, give him the old Brendan Fraser, the mummy treatment. You
could
pull the guard
certainly
into the tent. I come out in the armor.
You
Bring
could
it-
certainly
bring it
try.
Poppy.
You could try. Would be difficult, but you could try.
I hate it when
Like I said, it
games
is
does that.
nighttime, so there's torches lining the path, but it's not like it's still be kind of obscured. It's still like you got to have good dark vision to see. But let's go over to Marcus
Okay.
as Ashrak is making his way.
So I know you said I'm ready to go, but that's not entirely true.
Oh, I just mean you were in place for the incident to happen, and now you're at the time where you're like. Blocks that.
Okay, so the first thing I need to do is I need to plan a potential escape route out before I do anything. So what I'm looking for there are two things I'm looking for. One, I'm looking for the like a water trough.
There's definitely a few of those.
That can lead out of the pen.
Oh no, they don't lead out. Like it looks like there's.
It's like a dug pit.
Yeah, there's like they have to like they bring in water.
Okay.
They pour it in or put. It's not like the trough leads outside.
That's what I needed to know.
Mm-hmm.
No. Oh, because that determines how I'm going to escape. Now, the second is I need to see the food trough.
Okay, so same sort of situation, but for the most part, you do see these like inside because you're the inside of the encampment. These ones are more like set up pens than the ones on the outside. There's this like crane device, and you can see like at the end of it, there's like the ass of a cow that's still left.
Right.
So they probably
Holy cow!
yeah they probably like
Drop it.
bring it in and drop it.
Yeah.
But it looks like part of the teeth from this claw-like device like tore into it as they were like they didn't let it lower all the way before they started chomping at it. So then when the crane came up, it like ripped. So there's like the ass of a cow still hanging out in there.
But not
Okay.
like the Jurassic Park one.
No,
Oh, the one that got all
Okay.
mangled.
Yeah, I know.
With the
no, it's like a big ass metal claw.
Okay. So that determines how I'm going to light it. Which
Claw?
is well, oh no. The question is there? I know you said it's a pit, but is there like any areas that are slightly?
I say it's like a pit, but that's just because it's like slightly dug down, like a
Yeah.
Right. Is there are any areas that are like slightly obscure?
I mean, the whole pit is really dark. There's only torches every like 100 feet on the outside.
Okay, so which means that there are areas that I can
That are dark.
that are dark.
Yeah, like in the hay that you're at right now, like it's pretty dark.
Wait, you said there's hay.
Yeah, remember last time you went towards this side area? It looks like this is where like a lot of the raptors go to sleep.
Okay, so am I the
like,
only?
kind of beds? You know what I mean? Kind of beds.
Am I the only one only a raptor in like my
No, there's
immediate like 10-foot area?
no,
There's a
there's yeah, they're just everywhere sniffing around, looking for stuff. Some are sleeping next to
Honestly,
you.
probably overpopulated.
Yeah, these pens are pretty small. Like they had to build this in the center of this city.
Okay, so what I want to do is I want to like get myself up against the wall.
Okay.
I'm gonna.
Well, there's no wall. It's cages.
You know what I mean.
Okay. Yeah.
Does he?
Bars.
But in like a darkened area.
Yeah, where you are. Yeah.
I'm gonna kind of lay down in like a raptor, or like
On
how
the hay? In the hay?
in the hay.
In the hay. Got it. Okay.
In a hay.
And this is where things get dangerous.
Let's get dangerous.
Okay,
Okay,
so
Darkwing Duck.
I got talk druid mechanics here, because druids are able, well, the new druids anyway, are able to as a bonus action transform into into whatever they have prepared.
Okay.
As a free action, I'm allowed to let it go. As
Okay.
an action, and I can draw out whatever I need to draw out.
Cool.
So, mechanically speaking, this is all going to happen within 6 seconds, and every time I do this.
Yeah. Let's see if shit hits the fan.
It's the sham.
So, I'm going to free action,
Okay.
Turn.
Reaction.
turn myself into into my humanoid form.
I need you to roll a D100 for me.
Like I said, this is where things get dangerous.
Let's get dangerous.
88.
Okay.
That's how many raptors look at you.
There's not even that many in here.
You don't know that. They pushed more out while you weren't paying attention.
Okay, so what would you like to do next?
Okay, I'm going to draw out my sending stone and drop it in the hay.
Send out the sending zone. Okay. Drop it in the hay.
Hey, my bonus action is going to transform back into a raptor.
Raptor away. Okay. So you're a raptor again. You do see that some of the raptors stirred a bit. The ones that were sleeping next to you are awake. They were like, and now they're looking around.
Oh no.
You can hear them snipping.
I feel like this is
Okay.
exactly what I.
I'm going to give it a little time. I'm gonna let the I'm just kind of
How long though?
I'm
Give
gonna
me give me minutes.
Seconds.
I'm gonna get I'm actually
I'm taking your time,
I-
son.
I'm basing it on how my time on how they react.
Okay. So you're just waiting?
I'm
Then
waiting.
you wait 5 minutes before they seem to have simmered down a bit.
Okay.
So,
You're not blending, you're just waiting?
well, he's a raptor. Half a raptor's blend. He's gonna go sniff some butts.
Yeah, exactly.
Now I'm just lying down as a raptor.
Okay.
How do
So 5
raptors lay
minutes
down?
pass.
Can you
What are you
model
doing
this
now?
for us?
Okay.
5 minutes wasted.
Yes, unfortunately.
Just remember, if the escape plan is happening, they won't know if your smoke is going on. It's all
Right.
about the timing, because they're going to be far away up in the mountain, trying to
So-
escape.
Right, but I also need to make sure that I don't die.
I understand that, but remember, if this
I know.
doesn't happen,
I know.
then those people are out in the open.
I get it. I get it. Just okay.
Okay.
So now once they've simmered down, I'm going to repeat everything.
I need you to roll a D100.
But this time I'm drawing out one of the jars.
Okay, I need you to roll a D100, and then your action is the jar. I will roll.
41.
41. Okay. So as you do this, you notice that 3 raptors, are in your face as you just barely transform back. They're in your face and they're sniffing, and then they chomp a little bit. They don't quite attack yet, but you can tell they sense something is off, and they are just sniffing you at this point.
I gotta wait. Wait till they.
Okay, so another 7 minutes goes by.
Oh, wow.
Another 7 minutes goes by before the 3 are gone, mixed in with the rest of the pen. They're still sniffing around.
I can't. The point was to get them away from me.
Yeah.
E.
Okay.
At least. Okay. So one more time, jar.
I need you to roll another D100 for me. I'm gonna roll a different dice. I'm getting really sick of these.
26.
You're getting another jar out?
Another jar.
Oh, you're not pouring the jar. You're just getting another one out.
Yes.
Okay, so at this point, when you take out that jar, 3 raptors, 3 more from the surrounding area, they come by you. They knock the jar out of your hand. It falls somewhere into the hay. You have no idea where. But it's somewhere into the hay as you're shape changing back. And one of them bites you as you're in the midst of your shape change. You take 12 piercing damage. And as it like bites you and you shape change, it like looks at you. And they're just, all 3 of them are kind of peering at you. Now I rolled really low. That was poop. Could have been way bigger.
That's okay. He didn't eat my temp damage.
Yeah. Should have been way nastier. I just rolled poorly.
Okay.
I'm gonna find a new dice.
Shit.
Pulling out all the D20s.
Okay, so I've got to wait till they go away because I still have 2 more things.
Woo! That's not good. Okay, so we'll pick it up with Marcus in about 20 minutes. And with that, we're gonna take a break. Welcome back to 20-Sided Dice Fight. We have just had our Marcus attempt to enact this grand plan as the other group has seemingly run astray.
It is going horribly.
Of Emperor Memnon. So he had summoned the party to meet with him. Well, all that were in his camp at the time. Asherak is attempting to catch up to Poppy and this guard before they arrive at the Emperor's tent to maybe save her from this situation, while Tira and Deity are seeing before them some sort of device, something they've never seen before.
Memory shard.
Yes, powered by a memory shard, this small cylindrical crystal that the Emperor produced. He also noted that an old friend of his helped him to create this
An old
device.
friend of whose?
His, the Emperor's. An old friend of the Emperor's. So, we are going to pick it up with this memory shard. So as you 2 push the button, you feel almost like a pull as your mind is almost like removed from your body into the device here. And
staring pensively.
you both see through the same pair of eyes. You also like feel each other in this memory. You're looking at something from the past. It's very hazy. There's a lot of haze around a lot of details. But there are 2 individuals in front of who you can only feel and like the presence of Emperor Memnon. It's like you're looking through his eyes. This is his memory. You see 2 individuals. One, notably, you don't recognize. However, you do notice a familiar object you recognize that this individual, whom you don't recognize, has the exact same staff as Marcus. You're not sure who he is, though.
What?
Beside him is another individual. He appears to be working on something. He's fidgeting with something. But as he raises his head, Deity, you immediately recognize him. This is your creator, Tobias.
Knew it.
And you see these three individuals are standing outside of this large stone structure. Very strange stone. It sticks out like a sore thumb. But they're standing outside of it, and they're inside some mountainous place. You can't really place your finger on it, but you can tell it's very hot as all of them are sweating profusely. They
A
begin...
volcano.
Maybe. They begin talking briefly as they walk towards this doorway. It looks like a very large stone archway. You can't quite make out the words, however. So it appears like whatever this technology might be, it may not be 100% perfect.
Okay,
Okay.
so it's the technology, not that it's like a warped.
No, it's that it's a, well, I mean, I guess you don't really know. It could be like if there's a break in the device or there's a break in the shard, maybe that affects this memory that you're watching.
I think what
but
he's
you see
saying is like it's not forcibly altered to show something.
exactly. Yes, it doesn't appear to be like the ability to manipulate this thing doesn't appear to be possible. It is what it is, and if it's broken or gone, it just doesn't exist anymore. So you're watching this past event. These three individuals, they enter this building, and all you see in the memory is a flash of light. Okay, and remember, you're seeing everything from the perspective of Memnon. So the two individuals next to you, and seemingly a couple of faceless people behind you that also enter. They're faceless because some reason you don't really know. You can't put your
remember
finger
the face or whatever.
Yeah, they're blurry, kind of like when they were talking. It was like fuzzy. Their faces are kind of the same. But they all enter this building, and you see in the Emperor's hand as they entered the building this very ornate key. And the key is very interesting because at the end of it, it bears a strange symbol. It bears the symbol that is the mark that you all possess. Okay, and he uses it to open the gateway. And the bright flash of white light hits seemingly everybody. It like bursts forth. And then you only see this kind of like opaque white area. And the area itself, it looks like a tent. But there's a sense of familiarity about it that you get from this memory. But it appears to be a tent. There's a large fire in the center, with all sorts of like sleeping bag like setups, campsite setups inside of this very large tent, with very few amounts of food and water about. It looks kind of, and the ground that they're standing on is dirt and dust. It's very hard, dry. But this person is sitting before you as Emperor Memnon. And there's only one name that comes to your mind when you are sitting here and looking at this individual. Who is this? It's a silhouette of a woman, but she's just bathed in light. So you can't make out features. Okay?
Galadriel style.
Yeah, Galadriel's. There we go. Great reference. Yeah. So, and the only words that come out of Memnon's mouth, and these are clear. He says, "Oa," and the spirit, the essence, responds, "Yes, it is I, Memnon. I have come to find you, to come to seek you, to carry on with a very difficult task. And here you are. You have found your way. It has taken time and has cost a great deal." And as she says this, you feel like almost like your gut drops. You feel what he feels in this moment. But you have made it here, and so begin your trials. You and your allies must pass each test, or if you do not, the way will be barred, and you will have to seek an alternative. But a great evil plagues this land. It is your responsibility, as one who bears the mark, to fix this.
Knew it. I knew it.
As she says this, you see the tent begins to almost like fade away slowly. It's almost like it's being eaten away. And once again, the flash of white light goes away, and you're standing there next to Tobias and someone wielding Marcus's staff, and a couple of faceless people. However, you do notice that 2 of the faceless individuals are no longer there. All that's left is a body on the ground. There's no blood or anything, but you can tell from the way you feel as Memnon that those people are no longer with us. And he looks at Tobias and the other individual bearing Marcus's staff. He says, "It appears we have failed these trials. We may not be ready. I have a special place that I was given information of that I think you two should seek out. A place where you could maybe find a better way to solve this problem. I was given a vision directly, a way for me to fix this backwards world. I understand that you may not like it, you may not like what you see, but I assure you I am who I am. And nothing will change what we did here today, what we attempted to do. It's your task to seek out the ones who are worthy, for them to complete the trials. I will do what I can from my position of power. I hope you two will do the same." The individuals respond. First, you hear Tobias. "I do think that I have some ideas of ways that I can help us understand these other places, where these places come from, where these things are coming from. I have an idea, but it may very well cost me my place in my world." Memnon they grasp each other's forearms. "You always have a place at my side. And please remember that we will always be bound by this pact. Forever. So if you ever need anything, don't ever hesitate to call." The other individual, he seems a bit more boisterous about this. "Well, I, for one, am excited. I've got quite a plan set forth for myself. But first, I'm gonna have to get my brother. I think his mind could be, well, somehow forged into what he's meant to be. But I first gotta get him away from my parents. May seem a little on the stepping stone, but trust me, he'll be valuable to us, I promise. And what I received in my vision, we're gonna need him. Well, I do hope you two will use my bastion as your place of home, place of operation for your plans. Go there. Establish yourselves and bring any allies you can. For the fight we have before us will take the lives of many. Good luck." And as he says this, their faces begin to warp into an amorphous liquid as everything in the memory comes rushing outwards towards you both, as you're kind of shotgunned out of this pool in front of you, this vision pool. And you stand now before...
Pensive.
Yeah, kind of, yeah. That's kind of where I got my idea from. Basically, but I'd use mechanical stuff for story purposes. So at this
Honestly,
moment, before you stands Memnon, and he has a smile on his face. He looks pretty happy that you two both decided to view the vision. But he also seems to be ready. He's now standing.
Yeah.
And in his hand, he has his sword, and in the other hand, he has his shield. So,
Oh, fuck.
I ask one final time, and maybe you'll be forthright this time. Why is it that you're here?
I have a question of my own.
You will answer mine first.
I don't believe I will.
Then you'll get nothing from me. And you will have to live with that. Or exist with that. I'm not sure if your kind really lives.
Do you know the
Look.
whereabouts of Tobias?
Once pretty sure I stated that I wouldn't be answering any of your questions.
We've come for the key.
Very good. Now we're being forthright. Are there more of you?
Yes.
Yes.
How many more? We brought...
And they slapped me. Yeah, because he already fucking knows that there's more. What do you mean?
We brought 7. We still failed, as you... Well, I guess
think
you didn't see the full, but we failed.
We have 7 as well.
Interesting.
What the fuck is going on about?
So,
As if he doesn't know every single last one of us?
I know, seriously.
well, no,
Show
he
us-
doesn't necessarily. He has 2 wanted posters.
He
Yeah,
knows that
he
there's
knows.
Yeah, he
He
knows
knows
that
there's
there's
Also,
more
to be
because...
fair,
Yeah.
be fair, Marcus, they're not within smacking range currently.
I know,
But
but
he,
I know.
he probably knows there's more because you guys aren't accounting for. It's not that they're giving him all the details. You're not accounting for the fact that what he had tried to do to you guys, he probably did far worse to Janu. You're just thinking he just did detect thoughts. That's what he tried to do to you guys. But Janu looks like shit. You think that was all he did?
No. So
how much information did he get from Janu?
Exactly, we don't know. There
Probably-
may be some things that
probably
he
more.
didn't get.
Well, the fact
no
that Johnny's
shot
still
that he doesn't
alive
have
tells me
every
that-
ounce of information that Johnny
That
The
has.
fact
Janu
that
knows,
Jan-
which you guys did share. a
The
great
fact
deal of
that Janu is still alive
Oh.
tells me that he probably did not get all the information he wanted. Because
Okay,
why would he keep
okay.
somebody like that
Interesting.
alive?
All
What
right,
else
can
could
I
it be, though?
speak?
He hasn't killed you guys now that you... Well, let's just jump back
Can
in.
I speak?
Yes,
Yeah,
let's-
yeah. So I'm gonna
Jump
tell
back.
him.
Playing chess, we're playing checkers.
Show us your symbol.
He begins to unbuckle
Well.
his pants.
I would trust that you wouldn't take the opportunity to strike me at this moment, would you?
God, let
You
it be a
trust
tramp
us?
stamp.
There is a sense that we have the same purpose. Where I failed, you might succeed. So I'd be willing to take the chance. On your honor, would you strike me as I reveal this? It's not in the most obvious place.
Oh God, it's on his butt cheek, isn't it?
Damn it! Why'd you say that? You ruined it! No, I'm just kidding.
I will tell you,
Don't strike me.
either show us or not. Don't use whatever you consider honor.
We
Because
won't.
if
we
I
won't strike.
decide to strike you, I will do it with intent. So you can take a chance and show us that you are not lying.
I think, because I have answers that you seek, you won't strike me. Because I may have the only answers to your puzzle, and without those, who knows what your existence would be like.
Take your chance.
So he stabs his sword into the ground, and he stabs his shield too. It's like a
Big tower shield.
big ass
Yeah.
fucking Roman style centurion shield, big ass fucking shield.
Just sets it down at phase.
And he clip, and his chest piece falls off.
Dude, we're gonna be sitting here for 10 minutes.
His chest
How long
piece
does it
falls
take to
off.
don his armor?
He clips his cloak that's wrapped around in the purple cloak. He clips that off. And then he has this tunic, and he pulls his tunic to the side, and you can see that it's emblazoned on the entirety of his chest. So what he reveals is only like the top side of it. And he kind of directs you. It goes down a bit of the way.
Does he also have the key around his neck?
No,
No, he does
no,
not.
not that you can see anyway. Doesn't mean it's not there.
Do we see any like necklace of sort?
Mm-mm.
Okay.
Nope.
Okay.
So as he does that, he furls his tunic back, and he clips his cloak on, and then once again his chest piece over that. Fair enough.
Don't understand your motivations here.
Well,
Why are you sending your army to attack? Why are you trying to take over Karantarnia?
Not just Karen Tanya. Oh, sorry. Is my
The
rightful
whole
place.
world? That's your only motivation?
I am the grandson of the rightful king. It's not my only motivation, it is my purpose. It is what Oa has deemed me to do. For I, through unity of the realms, can stem this corruption that is destroying our continent. Through unity, I can apply plans orchestrated very well by some friends of mine and myself that will enable us to at least fight off the offenses of the realm until we can find a way to close the portals forever. Yes, there will be bloodshed. For those that deny my rightful place must be removed. Their place in this world is insignificant. I can promise you that.
So he's an asshole.
You can make your own judgments of it. He is not a black and white guy.
Self-important asshole who might be on our side.
Well, he said this is his mission from Oa. Whoever the fuck Oa is.
Yeah, who the fuck's Ola?
Well, so speaking
You're
of
not
Poppy, let's go ahead and take a
Hold on.
turn at Poppy and Asherak here. Asherak is like sleuthing, trying to figure out how he's gonna like break Poppy out of here. Poppy, you're just walking along with this guard guy. And you know, he's got his like shield and spear, and he's not like pushing you or poking you or prodding you. He's treating you very humanely, and he's just walking with you.
I have
So
my
I wanna
armaments.
try-
Oh yes, you have everything. You have all of your equipment.
So I want to get to one of like the tents ahead of them, and when they cross it, what I'm going to do is I'm going to take that flask full of that fluid. I'm going to soak a rag with it, and I'm going to try and pull him into the tent with that over his mouth.
Okay, first, I want you to roll a stealth check. Okay, because what you're doing, you're gonna have to pass some torches. Okay.
Okay.
Give me a
16.
Okay. Okay. So, you can see that he like hears you coming, but you can still attempt to like grapple him and smother him, but you don't have advantage.
That's fine. So what do I roll to grapple? It's athletics, right?
Yes.
My athletics is not that good.
What? You're a monk.
No, oh, natural 20.
Oh, fuck you guys, man. God bless it. Nat
Yeah, I
20
only have a plus
this,
2.
nat 20 that.
I put everything in acrobatics, not athletics.
All we're missing is Aaron's nat 20 and Nikki. No, Nikki, did you already have a nat 22?
No, I
Not
had
yet.
2.
I was gonna say it's Dylan had 2, Sean had 1,
I haven't
Frank
made
had
any
1.
rolls.
No, we're missing in those 2. Okay, where's my nat 20? God damn it.
Please never get it.
Okay, so
So I'm dragging him into this empty tent with this rag full of this poison over his mouth.
okay, so what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna have him roll a save. Do you have a DC for the poison?
It was what, 15 or 16, I think.
Okay.
Before.
Okay, so he fails the save.
And I'm just gonna,
Poppy, you
stand him
see
up.
this because you have better passive perception than his stealth. You can see him.
And
I take
since
off.
I've been
You just
watching,
take off. You know it's Asherak.
Oh, I do I?
Yeah, you know Asherak just grabbed this dude into the tent and like is, and you can hear the guy go.
all right, and now that he's poisoned,
Oh yeah, he's just
I
asleep.
want to look at.
Like,
so I get to tell him what to do.
I
in a
don't know
couple of
what's up with the
sentences.
plan, but I think you should go to the pens and start a fire.
So here's the plan. This guy has to do what I say.
Yeah.
Since I've been watching, Deity and Tirith.
Yeah, they went into the,
Ledge.
you know they went into the Emperor's tent.
Yeah, but I'm gonna tell this guy. I'm gonna say, hey, your sole purpose is to go to the animal pens, where there will be some jars. Pour the fluids, ignite them, and never return to this camp.
Oh man, that's rough. Never return. Okay.
Did you sprinkle the jars?
All right. So here's what I want
Well,
you.
no, remember the jars were just you didn't. I thought the whole
That's
thing was
him.
you weren't.
That was him.
No, that was
He did
him.
Sprinkling.
He did that.
Okay,
He lit
so
the
yeah,
way.
I want him to ignite the fluids that he sprinkled.
Okay. All right. So he like gets up like a freaking robot, and
Inconspicuously.
Oh. so then, as you say, inconspicuously, he begins to like. He actually. It's not like stupidly like Scooby Doo stuff. He actually does try to like sneak and hide as he's going along and doing this.
I'm gonna go grab
Okay,
the
so
coffee.
what I want you to do, and I won't tell you the result yet because it's not going to happen for a couple of minutes. So I want you to roll me a D100 for me.
Okay. Hold on, let me find it. I'm really bad at rolling D100s. So
Well, it's not
Everybody is.
necessarily a
D100.
high low. It's not a high low thing.
93.
Okay. So, like I said, it's not a high low thing. I did something a little
Damn, I
different.
am on it tonight.
Yeah, man, 20.
All right.
Bullshit.
So, I'm gonna,
So now you two are together. You're about 150 feet away from the Emperor's tent. You do know that Tirith and Deity are in there with the Emperor.
can we see how many guards are posted around it?
There are 5 in the front, by the front door. Around the whole thing, probably like 30. It's just 5 in front of the door. Like, or it's not a door. It's like a tent shawl, but it's heavy. So it's like a heavy material, and it's closed right now.
So what do you think the play is, Poppy?
Well, so what? Just as a quick reminder, Poppy knows that the
I don't know
Emperor
anything yet.
wants her there, because that's what the guard said.
I think I should make an appearance, just so we don't alert all 5,000 people.
I was
here.
gonna say it would be rather suspicious if you didn't just turn up, because what happened to that guard?
But I'd like you to maybe keep an eye on the guard you sent away, or maybe get word to Marcus to see how things are going, because it's go time, baby. If he's gonna set
well,
up
he can
the
do
fire
the. You guys
here,
could do the sending stone. You're in a tent by yourselves. You could do the sending
okay.
stone.
I mean, he had. I
well,
think
I'm just
the
saying,
only
I'm
knowledge
setting up
that
the
she has.
plan.
He hasn't. Marcus hasn't responded.
Well, he hasn't lit anything either. So
Yeah.
you guys know that he's a raptor.
Yeah.
So you know that,
Yes.
and by now you know the inner workings of how everything kind of like becomes him.
Mhm.
So you.
So I'm
you
going to
know-
go ahead and squeeze my sending stone, and I'm going to tell Red what I've just done.
Oh, okay.
Well, shit.
I wanted to tell Marcus that we are a go because we just sent someone in.
Okay, so you say we're a go. You're
And I'm
telling
gonna-
Red what's going on.
And I'm
Re-
telling Red to relay to Marcus as well.
Oh,
And if he can't, to basically, get him, because I feel like I need to keep an eye on the tent. If I need to, I
Emperor's
should
tent.
be able to.
Yeah, I was
just-
gonna say.
yeah.
Yeah, you could. Yeah, the guy. Remember, he's under the toxin, and the toxin isn't something that just goes away in like 5 minutes. It lasts like an hour.
Yeah.
So.
Well, technically,
So
it
he's
lasts
gonna be burning the same hay for an
until
hour.
they do the thing.
No.
and then
He's
they
gonna
die.
do it, and then he's gonna leave the camp,
Oh right.
and then he can't come back. Once he leaves the camp, he's free, but he would like try to turn to come back in, and he'd be like, "No, I can't go back." So it's like geese, kind of. It's kind of fucked up. Not gonna lie.
Yeah.
It's pretty
Okay, so-
messed up.
Poppy wants
He'll
to.
probably go to the town.
Poppy wanted to.
Yeah, you guys can head to the
Marcus.
tent.
Well, I wanted to tell Marcus, like, hey, somebody is on the way to light the fires, so I hope you're ready to light the fire. Because
Well,
this has to
okay.
go off at the same time.
So
You can respond.
I did pull out my sending stone. So did the raptors respond to that?
Oh, they do. You hear them go.
But they don't know.
They
what's
can
coming,
hear
right?
it. I mean, they're fucking raptors, bro. Hearing and smelling.
Apex predators.
Exactly.
Yeah.
They can hear
There's a
that,
reason their eyes are on the front of their head and not.
not the side. They can hear it, but they don't. They're like sniffing around the sound, but they don't. They're not. They don't do anything. There's no smell
Not to
to it.
mention,
It's
you
a
just
fr-
got
it's a
bit by
rock.
one, so I don't know how.
Yeah,
Uh,
you're
so-
lucky
so-
you have like temp HP because I was gonna say that's like drawing blood, but
So
not yet.
fortunately, I have raptor hands.
Yes, you just don't have opposable thumbs.
He
You have,
grabs
click-
the
you have
sandwich
clickety
stone.
clackities.
But I can still touch it and
Yes. Oh, because you can talk normal.
yeah.
No, I like to
Okay.
think he grabs the
Okay.
stone and
So
just-
what are you gonna say?
I'm gonna be extra quiet about it.
Roll a stealth. Because you're.
If you don't communicate
surrounded
with us in
by a bunch of
dinosaur, I'll be
raptors.
very disappointed.
I'm gonna. You're whispering. I'm gonna see like how well you can whisper quietly.
How well do
Decibel level.
How well do you raptor?
Negative
Like the
8.
perfect
Well,
balance
that's a luck
of the
point.
stone being able
You're
to
using
pick
another
it up
luck?
versus.
Okay. How many is that? What's 2? 2 for you. 2 for you.
That is my
2-2.
second one.
2-2. And Sean has used 1. His 1. Yes. 2-2-1.
I
Okay.
only get one.
I know.
Yeah.
That's good. Yeah. Fucking buttholes. You guys suck. I don't like you guys.
Hold on, I have to compare my raptor stealth elf to my human stealth.
Do you get to choose the higher?
Yes.
Wow.
What? Dude, that's OP.
I know,
man.
dude. The new druid, like the only
New
the only
druid is
bad
like-
thing is you have to choose your 4 creatures or whatever at the start of the day.
5.
5 creatures at the start of the day.
What we learned today is always choose a bug.
What we learned today is like
I don't
druid, rogue, and barbarian are OP.
I don't even know
Well,
if bug
They
would
need to
do it because
nerf them in one.
it's swarm of bugs.
yeah.
Well, actually,
Why
it's
do
the
I
same
have
stealth
to get nerfed?
elf.
The
so-
barbarian in one
Oh.
D&D is disgusting.
Yeah.
You
Twa-
are insanely powerful. It's
Yeah.
retarded.
I just
Yeah,
want to
but
be
I
able to
don't
be
do
a flea.
anything else except be powerful.
Yes, you could
That's
just
what you do.
beat the life out of anything.
21, baby.
Okay, 21. All right. So what are you gonna say?
Lost jar are only have 1.5. There's a lot more than I thought.
Oh shit.
Make it work.
Make it work. That's what you got. And you still hear, like right next to you as you're doing this. They're nuzzling in the hay and everything, flipping things.
I mean, perhaps. In the excitement of it all, while you light the other ones on fire, they could possibly trample on the other jar and light.
Also,
that
the
one on
heat
fire.
from the fire might crack the jar because there's hay that would burn.
Yeah, it would be in one spot, but hey.
Fumes travel, man.
But you know, Poppy just says "fuck." She's not sending another message.
Okay.
Um,
So where are you two going then,
I'm going
Asherak
to
and
the
Poppy?
Emperor's.
Okay, you're gonna head to the
I
Emperor's
think
tent.
I'll join you.
Okay. So as you guys arrive,
You don't want to be sneaky. Okay.
no,
Well, it
fuck
sounds
it.
like you were invited. Might be a power play for him to see me arrive in place of his guard.
Oh yeah. He's
Interesting
gonna be
power
so
play, you think?
intimidated.
It's not intimidation. It's more of a show of capability.
Okay. So as you guys arrive, the guards do look at you kind of perplexingly. Where's
Who's
Bob?
invited? Who?
Sorry, I was trying to add some humor.
Oh.
Bob used all his PTO.
He said, "Where's Bob?"
I don't even know who
He took
that
his
is.
PTO. I was surprised to hear you guys have such comprehensive benefit packages.
We've seen one of you before.
What do you mean, one of me?
You Makshana.
I thought you meant lizard folk. Okay, we're a lot better off than. Okay, never mind.
And we've seen the Baron. He's not much. I doubt you are either. The other monk wasn't.
Interesting.
Right. So
Maybe you can ask
we were
Bob about
invited.
that.
Oh, we know. Enter.
Thanks.
You can tell they're probably upset. You didn't come back with Bob. It's probably their friend.
Fuck Bob.
We okay?
He was like a year away from his pension retirement.
Yeah, well, now he's going to be labeled as a fucking
Deserter,
AWOL.
and he's gonna
He's a
get
year
hung
earlier.
or eaten by raptors. Congratulations! I hope you guys feel good about yourselves. You had a family of 4 to feed.
Or the third option, he gets away clean, doesn't
Yeah.
have to commit atrocities.
You really think that's
Hmm.
gonna happen?
And
Consider-
then he
You
lives
live
like
in a
happy
world
life.
of rainbows and sunshine.
well,
I like to
When
think
it's
he's gonna-
convenient to him.
well, DM, considering what he was about to do, I don't
I
feel
should
bad
have
at
told
all.
him to pick up a hobby.
So as you guys enter, you gotta whip back the heavy material, and you enter. You can see Tiroth and Deity are unharmed.
I was getting ready for a good fight.
Ah,
The
so the
people
fight
are
hadn't begun.
upset.
So the Emperor addresses you. So the fight hadn't begun yet. That's good.
No.
I was kind of upset that I was going to miss it, but here you are.
Can I fight you instead?
Be ill advised. Especially because I think we have many things to discuss, and could potentially leave. You could potentially leave this tent unharmed.
I look around. It's really
Like the
tense
idea,
in
though.
here. What happened?
What have you done to my brethren?
Ah, he didn't mention another Makshana monk. Interesting. He kind of gives like this
Feel
passing
really strong, beating and torturing a pacifist. Do you?
glance. A pacifist. Is that what he told you? Interesting.
He does not kill.
Oh, doesn't he? That's very interesting. Would appear that I know your friend here better than you.
Perhaps he did once upon a time. People change.
Hmm. People change in a couple of days.
Hold on. I'm gonna look at him like,
Well,
What
John
the
is out cold. He's
Yeah.
just, I mean, he's like a good, nice, hard punch to the head away from death.
so I would like to do something. I'm gonna look at the Emperor and I'm gonna say, "May I?" And I'm gonna gesture towards
No,
Yanni.
you may not.
Who are you?
I am Emperor Memnon Sadao.
Oh,
Okay.
He
She asked my name.
One,
he has the symbol.
the
Oh,
symbol.
yes. You just missed me shirtless. Congratulations.
Don't get your panties in a bunch.
Humorous jest.
He has a
I'm
symbol.
attempting to lighten the
and
mood. There's a
He
tension in the air.
he knows of Tobias, at least.
Yes, Tobias
And-
and Theron. Good friends of mine, as
And
you've seen in
Theron.
memory. I wanted to show you that because I'm hoping that you will realize that that's not something that I can alter or change. It was something that I am seeking answers from.
I too am seeking answers.
I'm sure
Do
you
you
are.
know the whereabouts of Tobias?
We're not there yet. You see, I think we need a more friendly rapport before I give you any answers to any of your personal questions.
We have answered your questions.
Sure, but we're not there at the end yet. Once we're there at the end, you may ask away. Until then,
Wait. What's going on here?
You wish to build a friendly rapport and good
What
faith.
about
Allow
the
me
key?
to heal
I'm
my
very
friend.
freaking confused.
heal your friend Janu. Why? So he can spout more lies in your ears?
So he doesn't die. Every man should be able to speak for themselves. No. I'm
Oh,
sure
he
many
has
brand
spoken.
you a liar.
Trust me, he has spoken. A great deal, in fact.
About
Just
us.
not about you in particular, but them.
Probably
And-
not as great as you would hope. Otherwise, I assume he wouldn't still be living.
Well, when he revealed to me that you were seeking the key, I was intrigued.
Yeah, the key. That's what we're here for?
Indeed.
What's going on?
Well, you're seeking the key. I need to make sure that you're the ones who are to bear it. For if you're not, then I need to make sure that you're wiped from the face of this planet.
Oh.
Because then you would be enemies.
I don't like that tone.
Only a Sith deals
Oh
with
wait, you're not
absolute.
here with me.
Yeah.
So,
I will do what I must.
Goose for Bob.
if you would kindly answer some of my questions and indulge me in my storytelling.
How about you finally answer some of ours?
We've been through this before,
Yes.
Robot.
We have.
Why don't we just
He
be
has a name.
compliant?
We answered your questions before. And you said once we answered that one particular question, you would answer some of ours.
Well, it would appear then that I have lied. How unfortunate.
And yet you want to build trust between us.
I do, but your defensive tone makes it rather difficult. And I think your master would be very disappointed to see what his creation is doing here out in the world.
No one is my master.
Oh, I'm sorry, your creator.
Not
Interesting.
you, not him.
You know, when he spoke to me of the life program, he didn't seem to make it seem so abrasive. Much more of a helpful thing.
It's because I'm not life.
Oh, interesting. Now we're getting
Put us
somewhere.
all cards on the table then. That's what I
Now we're getting somewhere. So, what happened to dear life? Child of Tobias.
He's around.
It's around. Inside that head of yours.
Who knows?
It's intriguing. I mean, I'm not one for the technology that Tobias has developed. It's far beyond my capabilities. Far beyond any person's hands that I've ever seen, in fact. But I am curious as to what you are exactly. A virus? You're like a plague inside of life.
I can be. To you and yours.
Cockiness. Arrogance.
Look,
Interesting.
I think we could all work together.
Sure!
If you give us a show of good faith.
I'm pretty sure
Small
me doffing my armor and showing you the mark was a show of faith. Am I not right about this, Tirith?
Not if you're gambling on obtaining more information. You're hedging your bets for yourself at that point.
I have to make sure that you are righteous of your purpose and not just an ill omen.
And you're the
And
arbiter
I
of that?
am more than happy to cooperate if you allow me to tend to my brethren.
Unfortunately, are all cards on the table. Why would I allow you, whom I do not trust, to tend to person whom I do not trust, to further bolster your numbers?
He is shackled, no?
And you're telling me
I
a monk
merely-
of Makshana trained in ancient arts can't slip those?
I merely need to touch him.
Exactly.
That's all I ask.
To reinvigorate him
Rejuvenate.
with
To
your
reju-
chi points, key points, right?
yes,
Your
to
key
bring him
ability.
closer from the edge of
Mm-hmm.
death.
Yes, I
That
don't
is all I
understand the magic that you and your monks possess. Not
Not
fully,
much.
anyway. Although I did learn a great deal from him. Some of the things he was able to produce were rather frightening. But you will have to wait. Trust, if you are who you are supposed to be, then I will indulge you and you may help your friend. And then
If
I will
we are
allow
who
you the
we're-
choice whether he is free or not.
Allow me the choice.
Yes. Intrigued now, yes?
Why would I choose otherwise? You know my kind and what we represent.
Oh. We shall see when the truth is unveiled. But we're not there yet. As we are not there yet either with you, deity. But soon, after I explain, after you answer some questions. First, do you all possess a mark?
I mean, he can see mine.
Yeah. Well, I thought yours was on. Wait, who's it? No, was it Tirith's on the tongue?
Yeah,
Mine
Tyrus
was on
that
That
the
was
tongue.
okay. That's what I was thinking. Yeah, okay. That's why I got mixed up. Okay. Yeah. So he can see yours, and what you can account for, he did not know about you. So you're
Did
kind
not
of.
know about who.
They didn't know about Asherak. He
Oh, they
didn't
didn't
know
know
about
about
Asherak, I should say. So whatever information he got from Janu, it did not mention Asherak at all.
Okay.
And everyone else?
Deity
I'll
is
show my.
remaining close.
You show yours? Okay. Interesting. Poppy?
I show him my sword.
Deity, would you care to share? It's a mere formality.
Seems as though only half of us are allowed to share.
Only half. I think only. Well, no, everyone's shared.
Two
at this
parties. Half of the
point.
parties involved.
Oh. Well, I've shared mine.
Yes.
Seems only fair that you share yours.
Life's not fair.
Life's not fair.
Well, good thing you're
I
not
can
like.
A fun pun.
I've seen it.
I will take your word for it, Poppy. That's interesting. We only went in with 3. Perhaps that was part of the problem. And you said there's more of you. Do all of your party possess the mark?
In
This-
some way, shape, or form, yes.
Yes.
This member of the Arcaneum, he does too. And the brother, does he possess the staff?
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
You know of Theoden.
He already knows.
He's your
Does-
fucking
He
brother,
already
come on.
knows.
Yeah, he already knows.
Do
There's no
you
point.
also travel with Theron? Janu did not mention another.
No.
You don't travel with Theron.
Theron is not with us.
How did Marcus obtain the staff without Theron?
I think his
I
brother
think you
died.
should ask him.
right?
I would love to ask him. Do you
Don't-
know where Marcus is?
Nope.
Damn it, dude.
It's not for us to speak on behalf of party members not present.
Ah,
This is
so he is
busy.
about though. I'm sure you're up to some ruse.
Nope.
Just tell him everything. Tell him the whole
Our
plan
quest-
and tell him about
our-
the invasion.
Our quest has been to retrieve the key.
Yes, and you seek the temple then.
A book.
Ah, so we
Yes.
are. Very interesting. Well,
Look, I figure we're only gonna get information if we're being compliant, especially for someone who seems like he's super fucking powerful and can end us in a blink of an eye.
I
So,
wouldn't
like,
say that.
I will go along with it than get
He's
fucking.
not a god. But
I know,
he-
but
he-
trying to leave out.
I mean, he is very. I mean, he
Okay.
doesn't have guards with him, and he
Yeah,
is.
yeah.
I mean,
We're
you
in
guys
the
don't know
middle
his
That's not
story.
what it
is.
That's
Yeah,
the
but
thing.
you
With
can't really be quiet
4,000
in a tent.
people. Like, really?
He commands 5,000 people. You're right.
Yeah,
That-
Come
no,
on.
I
That
just
doesn't
don't want to
It's
give
fucking
away.
logic.
Deity is 2.5
Lore
seconds
wise.
away from stabbing at his throat.
Or attempting to.
Lore wise,
Let's say attempt.
I mean,
we're supposed to do trials
we'll
as
call it
well,
what it
right?
is.
Like that was the thing we were told.
No, you didn't know anything about trials.
No.
That's the
we
thing
didn't
is
know
he's
anything
giving
about
you
trials.
guys information.
Book.
Okay, I
Yeah.
thought we were told in prior
Mm-mm.
that there may be trials we have to.
There would be,
succeed in.
yeah, Orin
Like
said
trials
there's
and tribulations.
trials and tribulations ahead.
Okay,
Yeah.
because I'm assuming that the trials he mentioned is literally.
Oh, well, the trials that Emperor Memnon has mentioned, yes. Those, he said, were literal trials. They failed these trials. You don't know what they were.
Mhm.
And you don't know, you just know, he just told you that he failed them. Or they failed
So I'm
them.
assuming. Just gonna say, look, I'm assuming you seek to test our mettle. No. You have already mentioned wishing to judge our worthiness, but how
I
is
had
somebody
thought
who's
of it.
failed?
I had thought of it. However, for the most part, I am getting a lot of honesty, forthright, which leads me to want to give you more of the puzzle to see if you are, in fact, who you're supposed to be. So, we're
I
nearly
just
there.
like
By all
look at
means.
my imaginary watch, like
We're nearly there.
anytime.
I'm unsure of if you know of where I come from,
Good.
my empire.
No?
The region of
Not
Kaiba, the
much.
region you are to travel to, is deadly. Dangerous. You would need significant resources to get there. supplies, and a lot of them. For there's a vast desert you must cross to reach.
Quite familiar with deserts.
Well, that should come to your benefit then. But this
Have a
desert,
camel, the whole thing.
yeah, this desert and the volcano beyond, I could tell you the pathway in, which could save your lives.
Sounds great to me.
Finding the hidden access point was difficult. It cost the lives of at least 30 travelers with us. Lack of food, lack of water, led many to perish along the way. Not to mention the beasts that we had to escape from or defeat.
I would like to ask you then, and take this not the wrong way, do you think perhaps some of your failings were due to the fact that you chose to lead men into this instead of doing it yourself?
We did do it ourselves. The three of us.
Then why have you not the book?
We failed the trials. Which, unfortunately, I cannot remember. That's why I have the shard. I'm seeking to unlock this. Oa gave me a purpose, a vision of what I was to do.
Who?
Oa.
Can I roll a religion
Is
to
that
see
who
if
you
I
serve?
know what this Oa is?
You can, yeah, Azrak, you could definitely roll a religion. Yes.
Oa.
Oa.
Oh, 18 plus probably 1 or 2.
Ooh,
Oh my god.
not bad.
My stars.
Not bad at all.
Oh, it is plus 2, 20
20?
total.
Okay, so, awesome. So you do remember when you were just kind of reading some books up in the monastery, you do remember reading about this deity, the one and only truth, Oa. No, not that deity. This deity that he references, Oa. And what you learned is that these nomadic people that lived in the deserts of Kaiba practiced this very strange-ish kind of religion, very obscure. Their god or goddess was singular, and it's fairly new in the scope of religion, like it's newer than the old gods. But part of their beliefs is that in the afterlife, they believe that there is a heaven in which they will be able to live with Oa, this divine being, in peace with her and without hunger, without any sort of negative things, right? If they are worthy in life as servants to her and to the emperor, whomever the emperor is at the time, because they believe that the emperor is chosen divinely. So Oa chooses who will be emperor. They are tasked with this great trial. What that trial is not mentioned. It's not specific. Okay, so
Okay. So define.
well, I have
if
more
you could
information
then.
if you want.
I
Yeah,
do.
no, I just have a question about the prior information.
Which part?
The whole like served honorably in
Oh.
life.
Yeah, if they are worthy
there,
in
like-
life as servants to her
Yeah.
and the emperor,
So is
they
there
will be
context
granted.
to that as far as like, are any acts frowned upon? Like, is there like, you know what I mean? Because like he's obviously killed a lot of people in his conquests.
It doesn't mention anything specifically. The only thing that you see is
Like, there's no
is
morality to it, per
mention
se.
that one must not rely on a free pass by this divine being to reach the afterlife and reach atonement, but must strive and persevere through the harshest of lives.
So
it's a-
morality is basically up for interpretation. in
well,
regards to
no,
its
it's just that the book, the information that you read didn't have specifics. So whoever obtained this information was probably not a practitioner.
So you
They
gotta-
just observed
You gotta work for the goodies.
somehow.
Right.
Um,
Yeah, I'm trying to discern whether or not like his acts of conquest and war would be considered a good job or like a
Well, I mean, if he's divinely granted this emperorship, and then he said that
Hey,
this
not
Oa,
all gods are benevolent.
Well, yeah.
I know, that's
yeah.
what I'm trying to suss out.
Well, yeah, I think you can kind of anticipate that this god is not like this goody two shoes.
Like a
She
warrior
seems
god.
like a war god.
So, when you die and you get to this heaven place, you're granted this this space with all of your loved ones, past and present, through any connection. So, like, you could be sharing heaven with thousands of people potentially.
You want to be there.
They believe that this world is full of darkness and is a test of continual faith. Every trial, every tribulation in your life is a test of your faith. It's a creed by which to follow and eventually meet Oa in their heaven. All other deities are viewed as false. Those people are viewed as heretics. Some religious leaders of the faction are other religious factions are burned at the stake as a way to cleanse them and their souls from existence, because their souls are impure. So it is a little harsh. The only way to truly cleanse them from this world. Yes. That's what you learn.
But
Pretty
this
rough,
sounds like a not so good religion.
Well, I mean, you don't know the nitty-gritty. That's what you've learned from your book. And if you want, you can
it's
share
all
that.
Greek to me, you know.
Okay.
Is he sharing that info?
Asherak can, certainly.
So
He can kind of spout it if you want.
I'm
okay.
going to mention that I'm familiar with it. And I'm going to ask him, I'm going to say, so I take it to mean that you have been appointed this emperorship.
Yes.
And
Astute.
you believe you are walking in faith and ceasing the spread of darkness in this world through your action.
Unfortunately, through this cleansing of darkness, whatever is happening, these portals, these monstrosities that keep creeping their way out, the disunity of all the realms has caused more plague than it has benefit. Look around you. The world has been torn by war, death, famine, disease for
Dragons.
hundreds of years.
Trust me when I
Constant
say
warfare.
I am better aware of that than most.
Then constant warfare is the name of the game. I am here to rectify that. I
Through
will,
more
through a fell
warfare.
swoop and short time, as short as I can make it, and with as little life lost as possible, I will take my place, according to the laws of this land, for my throne, and I will end that strife, end that warfare.
Is it not fair to say you've amassed enough force to gain a seat at the table diplomatically, as opposed to
I have tried. I still try. I strive for that. But do you think people want me, a person from beyond the world, to take a seat with them, to stake my claim as who I am? You think they would see that and not see me as a threat? It has happened before. It'll happen again and again until they see the right way.
And why do you believe you will succeed in this endeavor where others have failed?
Because
The world
Oa
is a big
has
place.
tasked me with this. I don't have a choice but to succeed.
Were there not others before you who have been tasked?
No. For I am the rightful heir. How could there be others?
How old are you?
Not that old.
So there were no emperors before you? I apologize.
No,
I know
there
not
were.
much of your...
Other emperors of the fledgling clans that existed down in the Kaiba. The desert swath of unorganized clans of constant warfare. And there I was. Made my
But
way
where
to
was
the top.
she before you?
The
is my
guy?
question.
The Oa? Are you speaking about Oa?
Yes.
Oh, where was she? I do not know. I met her when I possessed the key. When I entered the tomb, the temple, whatever it was, what I cannot remember, I sought the book for my lineage, the mark. I too was guided there, not by Oa herself, but signs. I followed the signs.
You believe this to be the truth as opposed to some form of trickery or safeguard to the book.
I met her. I I do not think that I would have met my divine being if I was not chosen purposefully. This is my righteous purpose. This is my task for my life. Do you think I want to wage warfare?
Did she specifically task you with waging warfare, or did she task you with the unification?
Perplexing question. She tasked me with unifying and protecting the realm from the portals. This is the only way I see fit.
He's answering questions you should ask him.
He is.
And so I'm gonna say this is the last thing I'm gonna say to him before I leave him be to it, because obviously he's got more to ask of us. But I'm gonna say, perhaps the best way to serve others is to serve yourself last. I see your position and your hunger for your rightful title as something that may be influencing your action.
You think I serve myself by becoming emperor?
Subconsciously, I think perhaps you wish to be recognized for your proper title, your proper position, your proper name. And I think subconsciously there's a likelihood that that desire may have colored your choices, because you are, after all, human. as far
I
as
think
can
you
tell.
think you make assumptions about people without knowing who they are. Or
I
where
make
they've come
assumptions
from.
of the nature of mankind. Yes.
Ah, nature. It's all
And
of
those who
it's all
seek
of
to
people.
bring war.
It's all of people, not just me.
Yes, and seek to bring war.
Hmm.
You should ask your question.
Interesting. I think you monks, you Makshana, are weak fledgling existences from a past that's long gone. Your imprint on this world is insignificant now. You could stem the tide of evil, all things monstrous, people themselves, with your abilities, but you don't. I think that's foolish. I
We
choose to
do
do something
in
with
our
my
right.
power. I will stem the tide of the bleeding of this constant necessity for war in the continent in one fell swoop. I bring
Fix
bad
the hand by
tidings the once.
severing it at the wrist.
I will bring the tidings just once, and from then, I will bring a unity this continent has never known. Hopefully you're around to see it.
I'm sure I will be.
I have a question for you then. All of you. If I did possess this key, and I were to give it to you, do you know what is behind this book? What it is that is plaguing this realm?
Vaguely. We have a general sense of its age and
It?
origin.
The book has wardings. Warnings? Wardings.
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 The people who sealed it away and why.
People, plural. Multiple people stored this book.
Or are you seeking answers for access you did not have yourself?
I'm seeking answers that I didn't get. I understand that I could not pass the trials. I still seek knowledge. Anyone who doesn't is a fool. I won't be a fool anymore. So there's an it.
I have an interesting quandary.
You still have yet to answer fulfillingly the
You
question.
get to answer lots of questions.
And I told you this one more.
It's been one more. And one more,
There's-
and one
On
more.
my honor.
Your honor means nothing.
Well,
Maybe
more
not to you,
importantly,
someone who is
I think-
honorless. But maybe to them. I know the monk.
the information is
honor,
very
pridely.
It's very
You said an it. What is the it?
well. That's the thing. Is I'm trying to the book the way it is. It's hard for me to.
Well, he's not talking
understand.
about the book. He
He's
asked you
saying
what.
what's behind the power. Of the
Yeah,
book or
what's
something.
plaguing the realm?
What does
Yeah, what's
And you said
plaguing them.
it.
What does it matter?
Oh, yeah,
what
we
you
do know that, actually.
The
don't
more
we?
information I have about the problem that is plaguing the world, the
What if
better
I
I
told
can
you
do to stop
There was
it.
potentially
clearly
something
were not
for you to
allowed
point your army
to
at.
stop it.
Yes,
Instead
I
of-
understand. I merely seek to stop what it produces in our realm. Things pour out of the blackness of that mist daily. I have the powers and the men, the ability to halt that, to stop that.
It is no longer your job. The
It will always
gods-
be my job.
The gods saw fit that you were not
Gods.
worthy.
The gods.
God.
You think the old gods give a shit about us?
If they do, doesn't
Personally, I don't, but
Ah,
they saw that you.
Oa has tasked me with
were
this, and I will do it. And you can either be an ally, or you can be an enemy.
well, let me pose you this then.
Weird.
What if I were to give you
questions upon
something-
Questions.
What if I were to give you
Well, how about
something
you
to
start
point that
answering?
army at instead of your fellow man?
Fellow man that allows this bloodshed and constant warfare, the corruption, the blood loss on a daily from all these
Trust
divided
me,
nations that seek
I'm-
nothing but their own power and wealth.
I am fully aware of the
Well,
corrupt
then
nature
you would
of
not
politics.
deny that having a singular power at the helm would fix all of these issues, because guess what?
It would
They'd all
never
be
fix that.
united behind one purpose.
It would
No,
never
I
fix
think
that.
you think they would be united behind
Infighting.
one purpose. But the
Infighting?
the
Of course.
reality of it
Who
is
would
this.
who would stand against righteousness?
People taken by force will stand against you for tyranny.
It would not
And they will
be
until their
by
last
force.
dying
You will
breath.
see that they will embrace the purpose that we have.
Then use your army to be a hero rather than a conqueror. We know of the progenitor, and we know that it is a very old being that is bringing this stuff about. That's really all I remember about it, like out of character, because I don't have his name written down
So-
or any of
An old being is.
But one of
producing
the like
these
original,
orbs.
yeah.
Do you know his purpose behind this? Destruction?
To remove us, right? Was
He's
his
hunting you.
purpose. Not us specific, like us in the general
Oh,
sense.
people in general. So, another being who brings warfare.
In a sense.
Very good.
That's what I'm saying. Save your resources. Fight against that. Be a hero to others.
I have
so they
already
may listen
asked.
to you
I
from
have
a
already
position of-
summoned the King of Carantania many times to meet me in person, to acknowledge my place as the rightful ruler of the realm. If he does that, there is no war. There is no bloodshed. However, I have caught both of my messengers that I sent out a mere couple days ago to go send more word to other realms. They were captured, put on spikes by Baron Ixaz. So you tell me, my seeking of peace, my seeking of conversation
But
is
you're
now being
seeking of
met with
conquest
violence.
without
I
war
think it's
is the problem.
hilarious that you stand here with quote unquote so much power, yet neither your own god nor anyone else in this world see you as a fit ruler.
I think my people see me.
Well, I think the
Your
issue is you're
people
reaching out with
are
a
forced.
"give me your shit" or "there's war."
That is not how this
Versus we need-
began. Do not put events into motion that did not happen that way.
Well, you said that you sent messengers saying to basically abdicate to you, or there's
I
war.
sent them message with the seal of the original king. The one they all voted to make the king of the realm. I sent that seal out.
Right, but it's starting to me at least sound
was
like
sent
you
back
are
with the
not
heads of my
interested
men.
in spreading peace without title.
Because it does not exist with these people. How do you not see that? You've already showed me and told me that you agree that these people are purposeless. They're arguing and bickering amongst each other for power.
I don't know about you
The
guys,
nature
but
of
I'm done
humanity
talking
is
with this guy.
imperfect.
Well, I don't know what you.
I'm ready
talking
for
politics.
I'm ready for swords.
Okay. Okay.
So where do we go from here?
Well, if you are who you say you are and you are going to attempt the trials, then you can take the key. If your purpose is divine and you are here to stop this progenitor and bring an end to these dark times, then you may take it.
Great.
And we're free to go.
Thanks. We'll be on our way.
Yes, free to go. Whenever you all get here. You said there were 7.
Well, there's more 6, but there's sort of 7.
Sort of 7. I just don't count all of you. That's all I'm saying.
Funny, you also have a trouble counting.
1, 2, 3, 4, and you said 7.
I'm gonna say, hold on, I got a
technically
text.
there's 5 here.
5 here.
5.
I say,
here.
hold on, I got a text, and I step out of the tent, I pick up my rock,
Oh, okay.
and I'm going to say to you two, we may have come to an agreement. We need you at the tent. We've been offered the key.
Okay. Well, just remember, yes, you were offered the key. However, the people in Stonehaven are still attempting to escape.
Yep.
Oh, I'm aware.
Oh,
I got an
yeah.
inside man on that already. We're good.
Yeah, we got the inside man on
Okay.
that side, and we'll. Yeah.
So you're asking Red
You need
and
to light
everybody
your
to come
fires
down?
and book it.
Yeah, and for
Okay.
Marcus to hurry the F up.
Okay. So,
There's no reason we couldn't set
You've
things
answered
off on
my
our way
final
out of
question.
town.
while we wait for your friends, I am all ears for yours. We are friends here now, yes?
No.
No. Unfortunate. I had hoped being on the same
Perhaps allies in a future endeavor, yeah.
purposeful mission.
But I
We
cannot
share the
approve
same
of your
one.
methodology.
Ah. Unfortunate. I don't agree with yours either, but I still view us as friends.
You were going to tell me about the true nature of this one? And I gesture.
Ah, yes. He's not who he says he is. Janu here, he's not one of your monks of Makshana. You see, he once was. Unfortunately, something changed for him. He found a new master. And this master taught him a great deal of very powerful things, I will say. Made my men quite surprised. His ability and power over the shadows was impressive.
You refer to as Master Din El Sabah.
I do. And you know the name too.
Of course.
Interesting. Yes. He is not who he says he is. You see, this false identity he created for you all must have met some sort of agenda. And now I'm beginning to put 2 and 2 together. This agenda of his must have had to deal with you, Asherak, as he didn't mention you. However, seeing that you are a monk of Makshana, I see that his purpose is not aligned with yours entirely. So,
That is not entirely true. His purpose may be aligned, however, his perspective may be different. We're all meant to walk
Interesting.
our own paths, as I've been taught.
interesting. Well,
It does not make him an enemy.
does not make him an enemy. So what if I were to tell you he was attempting to recruit you all for a different purpose? Would that change your perspective?
It depends on the nature of that purpose.
Well,
What do you guys think?
Well,
I,
certainly.
I care not whether this man lives or dies.
fair enough.
I mean,
He did help us get this far.
Yes, but as I stated, he did have an ulterior motive.
Yeah, well.
what was that?
Recruiting you to his master's cause. And now it makes all more sense after learning about who he is and the master he serves. This must have had to deal with you, Asherak. I think He was attempting to gain vital information about your master?
Well, that must have been on his own accord, because he may not understand Din El Sabah as well as he thinks he does. As there
Perhaps.
is no hate between the two.
I'm not sure if I mentioned hate. I just said he was recruiting and he wanted information. What is it that skews your two sides so vastly?
History, first and foremost. Moral disagreement.
Oh,
His people tend to believe more similarly, if I may be honest, as you do.
hmm.
Using might to influence the world rather than a gentle hand to help guide and show people the right way for them to choose on their own.
Right. Well, by all means, if you wish to heal him and set him free, you may.
I do, and I'm going to go up to him, and I'm going to use my my new boon that I got.
Oh, you're gonna
It's
waste
a minor boon, my Radiant Redemption.
Okay.
And I can spend 2 key points in any increment to heal 1d8 plus wisdom, and it removes effects
Okay.
such as
Either
charm,
heals
poison, yada yada yada.
Or you
So
can
I'm
get
gonna
rid of
spend-
you can heal him though, right? Like give him.
Yeah, you get both. You get to heal.
No,
It's like Leon.
You get either or per set of
Oh.
points.
Okay.
Okay.
So
Well, I'm gonna spend 4 and
heal him a
do
bunch.
2d8.
Okay.
2d8 healing
All right. So what do you got
plus
total?
wisdom. So 6. Oh no! Hold on, I dropped my dice. 6 and 1, so 7 plus 4,
Okay.
so 11.
11 healing. Okay. So you see some of the wounds begin to like close up on him a little bit. He's still unconscious, but you can tell he's not knocking on death's door anymore. And the Emperor, he snaps his fingers, and as he snaps, the cage door kind of like clinks open. Deity, you asked about Tobias.
Correct. Several minutes ago.
Yes.
Sorry, he's impatient.
I can tell.
You're lucky I've waited this long.
I'm lucky.
Yes.
I think your rashness will get you in trouble in the future, but who am I to judge? Anyway, I left I left Tobias and Theron at that day outside of the temple in the volcano. I have not seen them since, and that was many years ago. However, I can give you the place I sent them, and hopefully you can find a clue to find him. I did not know that he was missing. As I said, he's a dear friend. I wish he had come to me. I would have helped him with anything. He and I seen more eye to eye than anyone else, if I'm honest. And we had a purpose. We gathered our allies, and we made one hell of a push. Fortunately, it wasn't enough. But I was sure that if anyone was going to come up with a way to figure this out, or at least try to fix these portals messing everything up, that it would be Tobias. But if you have a map, I will circle the location for you.
I'm gonna
Nifty.
I think I have a map. I'm not sure.
Yeah, I'm sure you guys have a map of the continent. You've been navigating, got it.
Yeah.
We got a map of Middle Earth right here.
I'll pull.
Okay, so he circles a location, and Ashrak, you can see this too. Everybody can see it. He circles a location that is the mountain range that is bordering Zubalon. So Zubalon is, of course, a nation that is no longer around anymore. It was originally like the ruling family's kingdom. The people in Thronehold, they abdicated the throne of Zubalon, took the throne of Thronehold. That was one of the oldest kingdoms around, but it basically was decimated by the plague.
I'm aware.
Yeah, absolutely. Like people don't survive. People didn't survive. And there
I
was
did.
a large bog that our Asherak was from. So he circles the mountain, basically a singular mountain in there. Says you will have to find the entrance, but if you're going, it will be beneath the waterfall. There are many there.
Where all the best secrets are in game.
So yeah, I know, right? So I can't tell you specifically which one unless I was there, but just check behind a few waterfalls. It may take you a few days to find it, but see if there's any clues. I sent Tobias and Farron there, and I would imagine they hopefully took good care of the home. It was
Right, we have to go chasing waterfalls. Got it.
yes. So, as far as Tobias goes, unfortunately, that's all I can tell you. I mean, he did craft this device for me. Very helpful.
Yes, upon my creation, vanished.
Upon your creation vanished. How? You just blinked?
It was...
Was he taken?
No, it was almost as if he had popped through a portal.
He was attempting to find passage through them. He knew that we could navigate.
So...
You do know that your creator also bore a mark.
No.
Interesting. He never told you.
I myself have not spent much time with him.
Life
if
has.
any. Correct.
So what is this situation you have? Life and deity. I'm intrigued. Perplexed that Tobias could create anything broken?
I'm not sure if it's broken.
Right, technology is beyond me.
You see, upon going through programming and understanding.
Mm-hmm. The building process. He mentioned it.
Yes, I
mentioned you were going to be unique. Didn't specify how.
I've also seen through the triggers of the deity program.
Huh.
And one of which is the absence of my creator.
Triggered you to turn into this.
Correct.
And is there a way to get the other one? He's looking at everybody else.
Was at some point, but it's not
I
working.
show off trying to push the button.
And it just kind of like, he just kind of like buzzes for a second, like a cell phone vibrating. And then nothing.
Hasn't worked for some time.
It's broken.
And do we know why?
Nope.
Poppy gets really sad and quiet.
Is there anything we're doing different now that we didn't before? Anything different about him, other than the fact that he's been completely
Oh,
rebuilt?
hold on. He's answered a lot of your questions. Have you seen my sister?
Another Leonin?
She looks exactly like me. She went missing through one of these portals.
Unfortunately, no. I'm sorry, I don't have anything for you, Poppy. I do know that there's a nefarious organization. They've been a thorn in my side. Perhaps in yours. I'm unsure. But they go by the name of Elysium. Have you had any run-ins with them?
Yes.
Believe so.
Yeah.
Yeah, we
Back
have.
in the
We
Holy
kind of.
Meridian.
Yeah, that's right.
That's where you fucking
Oh yeah,
exploded
I was at
that person at the bar.
Yeah.
So,
I remember.
We've had run-ins with the same people. What is it? Do you know what they were after with you? They were after the key for me. I, of course, stopped.
We kind of stumbled onto them.
Stumbled onto them. Where?
Holy Meridian.
Holy Meridian.
Holy Meridian.
The plateaus. Interesting. I'll see what my agent can uncover.
Yeah, we kind of ran them out.
I had been hoping for a strand to pull for this.
Still Dylan's campaign.
I'll find out what I can what I can. If you find out anything else, please be sure to send word to me. I'm unsure of how to reach you, but
What's
if
with
you
that chest behind you?
Why is it making me feel funny?
It's the mark. The key.
The
It
marks on
beckons.
the.
I have no
Chest.
desire for worldly possessions, so I'm just like,
The key beckons you.
We kind of need the key. It's inside the
Yes.
chest, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I'm just wanted to see the rest of you.
I did
I
have
did want to meet
question.
Marcus. Go ahead.
Well, you don't remember any of the trials that you were supposed to overcome. You just know you failed.
Yes.
Have you
Otherwise,
ever
I'd
been
have the book.
Yes. Have you ever been inside the mists?
No,
Have you jumped through portals?
I've never seen one in person.
Interesting.
my God, guys, what if he is a portal? No.
Ah!
Is the portal?
It's another mimic!
Ah! We haven't seen him in a portal in the same room.
Sounds like exactly what a portal would say.
Any other questions? This is your one opportunity to ask him a question. It's one opportunity.
Penumbral.
How did you?
Is there any chance to dissuade you from your
Secondary negotiation.
My
marching to
mission,
battle?
you wish to try to dissuade me from
Or at least get you
my
to
purpose.
postpone until we attempt this.
Attempt to get the book? You think the book will solve the problem of these nations?
I think
You can't be that
perhaps-
naive.
I think perhaps no bloodshed on their part or yours needs to take place.
It didn't have to. They were the ones who struck first. They were the ones who denied.
I'm not
me.
asking you to fully cease your operations. I'm just asking you to give us a window.
Give you a window. You do notice that my walls are being built up, and I am putting cannons. Does that sound like an offensive or a defensive? Clearly, you have...
Tonight was a important night.
Yes, indeed. We have received word that Baron Ixaz is launching an assault tomorrow. Little does he know, we have very powerful defenses. Clearly, you entered into this tent thinking that I was going to march on Carantania. I have simply
amassed an
stymied the flow of weapons to the nation and will hopefully make my voice heard amongst the others. But I can assure you, if they refuse me again, I will be forced to take action. So, if you wish to, you can waste your time attempting to convince Baron Ixaz to heed my words, take my words to his king.
Another mission.
Or you could go do what you're supposed to.
I'd be very happy to simply watch all of you warmongers kill each other off.
Problem is, it's not just the warmongers who kill each other off.
So,
It's the people who live.
any other questions?
How did you meet Tobias?
Funny enough, I was exploring the continent. I made my way out of the Kaiba, found a passage through the mountains, which was no easy feat, by the way. And I was searching for evidence that I was meant to be the ruler that I was supposed to be. That my,
This guy's supposed to be Hannibal or what?
what? No, that I was given in my name. The seal that I was given by my grandfather. I was seeking a way to learn about this continent that my people have been neglectful of. Those mountains it's like a wall. It's like another world over there. Totally different than this. And through my adventures, through my knowledge gathering, I stumbled across a dwarf highly inventive one. And I simply noticed that he and I shared a mark. The mark I seen on him was the same emblazoned upon my chest. One thing led to another. We began talking, discussing the ins and outs of this continent. We met Theron at a tavern some towns over. He was, well, just a traveling adventurer trying to make a buck. And he too had the staff, and within the staff bore the mark. We just spoke, talked. I presented them with the information of Oa and this divinity that I felt attached to. And with Tobias' help, we uncovered riddles of the past from these letters that I once gave to him from my grandfather. He took them and he did some very strange alchemical things and determined that these pieces of parchment were not from this plane of existence. That caused us to poke and prod around, eventually leading to a connection to the mists. Through that connection, we shared a vision of sorts. That vision led me to find in the bastion the key. Once we retrieved the key, we left and ventured off into the volcano to find the temple, find answers. Unfortunately, we failed.
I have a question.
Sure.
You're aware of the presence of the old gods.
I know what my goddess has told me about the old gods. Whether it's true or not, you are up for your own opinions. I'm not one to pressure you into believing mine.
What is the connection of your Owa? Does she work for the gods? Speak on behalf of the gods?
She is her own.
She's her own god.
The one.
The one god. But there
The others are neglectful. They're not here. They haven't been for some time. As is obvious.
Isn't that a little
Polytheism.
convenient, though?
Convenient for whom?
I mean,
Oa? Or us?
For
Or
you.
them? For me?
Is
that
just appearing.
the
in
the
the
one
same way
god
Orin
that
appears.
you speak to
Yes.
says, "Hey,
Oh,
I'm
not just
Wouldn't
me.
be beyond him.
Well,
Tobias and Theron as well spoke with her. The vision.
They also spoke with her.
We shared a vision. It was a dream of sorts.
I think I already know.
Okay, and they spoke with her intimately as well.
Yes. Well,
Interesting.
as intimately as they could.
Okay.
Tobias does not believe in gods. He just thinks they are powerful beings, which he may be right. Tobias is smarter than I ever was. And I trust his judgment. We just had a difference of opinion there.
He's religious.
I mean, yeah.
Yeah,
I would-
Tobias is not.
Yeah,
Tobias is a
yeah.
man of science. He's just like, it's just a powerful being. It's not a god. There's no such thing.
At some point, you just start calling yourself a god when you're
Right.
when,
When you're
no one
stupid
can
powerful.
contend you.
When you can drop wish spells left, right?
No.
You know?
Sounds
My-
like a lich to me. No.
My thought is, it's in maybe we figure out on our own who this Oa is.
Maybe.
But it's very convenient that the only god that is truly spoken out to you happens to also say that the rest of the gods have just are not here.
Didn't you guys run into a god?
Well,
On your shopping?
she tells us that they don't care anymore. And isn't it obvious? Why would God sit around and let plague, death, and destruction happen? Why wouldn't a God place their purpose in us? And we be the enacting principles that they abide by, that they've created.
Well, we know something about that actually.
What?
Remember when we met fucking the looker?
Yeah,
Uh,
okay.
Orin?
I'm trying to keep his
Orin the
presence
Observer?
unknown.
Yeah, you don't. Well, technically,
Really
you don't
seems
know
pretty
what
fucking
happened to
smart
Orin.
to not
So
do
I
that.
mean, I mean, it's up to you guys.
Yeah,
He
yeah.
doesn't. He never. The,
Here, let me tell you
Memnon-
everything I know about everything.
Okay. Memnon never mentioned Orin,
Yeah.
so it's up to you
Yeah.
guys. if you
No,
want to or
but
not.
we remember. No, I'm reminding the
And
party.
remember,
we were
Orin's
given
not a god;
perspective.
he's a servant of the gods.
Yeah.
That's
right,
what he
no,
said.
right. But remember too, like he had mentioned, like the plague was something that should have been prevented.
Well, yeah. Why? Well, that's kind of what Memnon is referencing. Like, why would these all-powerful beings just be
Yeah.
like, all this bad shit's gonna happen and just let it happen? Why would? That's what he's saying. That's what he's. That's his
They're
religion.
hyper-fixated on
Right, but what I'm saying
project.
is like,
Whether
he
he's right or
took
wrong, you know,
Why
blame
doesn't
for
your
it.
god intervene?
Like he took blame for it almost. Is
What?
why I'm.
Orin?
Yeah.
Well, Orin, I guess he kind of took blame. He was just basically saying like he just sat around and did nothing.
Yeah,
he
because he
kinda-
was told he could do nothing.
Yeah, and he was told he could do nothing. He's the observer. He's not allowed to intervene. Anyway, Oa did attempt to help people. According to her, she allowed for the dwarves, the Zycandor people, to come from underground to provide what they could for our realm, for our continent. She helped that Arcaneum with the cure, helped spread it. She
Man, it's taken
influences
these guys a
people.
long
She
time to get
doesn't.
here.
She cannot simply whisk away things. That would defeat the purpose of the trials of life. We are in that image now. We are in a trial ourselves here, in this very moment. And I, for one, feel as though I have fulfilled my duty to her at this juncture to
Do
present
not
you
think
with the
that's
key.
also the other gods?
You think that's the other gods?
Like, vision is they simply influence and not.
You think they influence?
If
I'm
Why
just
do you kill-
presenting you with
How
my
many
evidence.
more of the gods
Why do you
are
kill and
there?
burn non-believers then?
Those that worship and will not see the truth.
Because are we gonna have
must
to be
be
running
purged.
into them?
Yeah, what? I honestly, I feel like we're just running around in
I was
circles
gonna say
doing nothing.
Well, no, it's not like you're running around in circles.
No.
You're just diving into all this.
That-
You're literally learning everything you can about him and about this god, this religion,
like,
and his people.
what
I mean,
ends?
it's not like it's bad. It's smart.
So the
learning.
What
idea
end
of
would you
Oa knowing
Take the lives of others.
But
for
you
Oh,
also
God.
you're
And knowing that
questioning
they're
his
not doing
morality and
anything.
stuff in this scope.
Well, no,
that-
I want to know if there's like a more than just this is what we do. Like I want to know if they have a specific reason why that's what they do.
Well,
Why does it have to
he's
have a
already
reason?
told you that a bunch of times. Oa gives purpose, and then in life there are trials. She
Mhm.
will.
Oh, that's her edict for them to kill
They
and burn.
Well, okay, not them necessarily. It's his purpose given to him by her, and he's taking that purpose when she says, "You have to protect this realm
And you
from
lie.
itself and from the myths and magic and monsters, because it's tearing itself apart and it's letting all this bad shit happen. And it's going to end." So he's saying, "I'm going to take my army."
Yeah.
And
His
I'm going to
personal
say
interpretation.
exactly.
Yeah.
Thank you. It's just his interpretation. Remember,
Right.
It's-
So I want to ask. Then I'm going to ask him. Like you've already stated, Tobias believes in no gods. Would you have him burned?
No, he does not believe in the old gods. He does not worship falseness. Why would I have him burned? He was given the same purpose that I was, to protect this realm. Whether he believes she is divine or not is irrelevant to me. He's abiding the purpose. That is what he's done. I
Okay.
fear
Yeah, I'm trying
that
to
that's
gauge the
what
level
caused
of-
him
of-
to go missing. Abiding
I'm
the
trying-
purpose.
I'm trying to.
We
gauge
need
the
to
level
find
of
him.
Zealotry.
And I will do what I can to aid you to find Tobias. I just need threads to pull.
Well, if all goes well, you'll know where we'll be.
Fantastic. Let's pop over to Marcus. Let's see how Marcus is doing here.
Okay.
So we can. Okay, so you heard them. They said, "Let's get back together." And
The fuck that?
okay,
Okay.
you can choose do whichever you want.
All right. So, oh,
Well, I also was letting you know it's time to get the shit going
right.
because of the guy I sent.
But that
Yeah.
that does tell me I'm out of time, so I don't have
Yeah,
time.
100% out of time.
I'm the
You wasted like 32 minutes. 5, 7, 20.
okay. So
About.
I'm gonna transform arm back into a human in real quick. Whip out my
Penis.
no. I'm gonna whip out my flint and steel. It'll transform back into a raptor.
Roll a D100.
Oh my god, I just pictured a raptor like
Roll a D100.
Like-
Come on.
using like a fire bow, trying to.
37.
Okay. So as you attempt to switch back,
That's a lot of D20s.
yeah, that's a lot of D20s. Okay, so I got a net 20, 24, 20, 19. Cool. Okay, one got a 1,
Just picture
but
a
I don't know if
dinosaur
you wanna
trying to
attack
start a
him or not.
campfire.
But
It's too
so you
funny.
get hit by a lot of bites as you go to try to transform, and you take out the flint and steel, and as soon as you do, they swarm you. 5 of them. One of them totally missed. So one does 30 damage. Another does 12, so 30 and 12. 30 and
shit.
12. 9. 30, 12, and 9. 30, 12, 9. 8. 30, 12, 9, 8. Total damage. 30, 12, 9, 8. 30.
39.
He's all, I got the. Oh my god!
42.
But you shape change back and they stop biting you once you do. But now you're bleeding.
57?
57 damage.
So minus
Wait,
15.
I think it's 59 actually, because it's 52
30.
plus 17.
12.
sorry, 42
12,
plus 17.
7, 8.
Yes, 59. 59 damage.
59 minus 15. That's 54.
That's 44.
That's 44. That's
45.
44 or damage to my actual health.
And you have 72.
Yes.
So you
You're
have
healthy.
20. Oh, you still have in the 20s? Son of a bitch.
Should have rolled better.
I know. I rolled a lot of 2s.
Should have rolled
Yes.
better.
I mean,
All right. So you have your flint and steel, and you're a raptor again. What are we doing?
Okay.
does the flint and steel get morphed into his raptor hand?
No,
or-
because he said he took it out.
I
So
took it
I'm
out.
imagining it's like in the hay right now, and he's like, ah! He gets mauled for a second, and then he's just like,
He just curls up in a ball.
but you are bleeding a little bit.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, man.
So
That flint and steel's gonna be all moist now.
Are you gonna try to light it?
I'm gonna try to light it as a raptor.
Okay.
He gets a good whiff and just goes feral. No.
Okay. Oh, yeah, I think that works. It works for me. I'm good with it. So, go ahead. And what is going to happen now, because you will have to make a Constitution saving throw, as it goes up. It's very dry. So, the hay is
And-
extremely dry, and the poison is on it. I need you to roll a Constitution saving throw.
Good luck.
At triple disadvantage. No.
How does that even work?
You roll 3 d20s, take the lowest.
That's a 19.
Okay, you're good. So how are you planning on escaping now? Because the fumes are, they're just spreading like a
Okay.
wildfire.
So how high is the bars from?
Oh, they're like 30 feet, dude. Like 30 feet tall.
No.
You gotta keep the raptors
No.
in. They can jump.
No. What I mean is you said it's a dug-in pit. So
It's only like a foot.
so a foot up between in me and
He's got hops, is what he's saying. He wants to know how high he has to clear.
30.
30
Okay.
feet.
I'm not
slope?
talking about out the top up of the bars. I'm talking about the bottom of the
Oh,
bars.
he wants to turn into a snake.
Oh yeah, you can just turn into a snake and slither around.
Yeah, that's what I'm doing.
But you don't have to shape change back into a human.
Yep.
But it's within. I can do all this within 6 seconds.
I know, but that's another turn.
I'm next to the bars, which the snake can move 30 feet.
No, that's great. That's great. But you have to shape change into a human again, is what you're telling me. Or sorry, a half elf. Sorry. don't want to be racist.
You racist.
That's why I was
Right.
asking before. Can he go straight from one animal to another?
Yeah. But mechanically, I should already be out.
Wait, you shape change it. You're a raptor.
Yeah.
So now you have to shape change into a human, then turn into a snake and slither.
Yes.
So
That's
what
why I'm
happens
asking,
is
he can't go
as soon
straight
as
from
you
a
shape
rap-
change
But
into
but
a
but
human,
but he but
all of those raptors.
But here's how I'm planning to do it. I'm not just gonna change and then move. I'm gonna be like, I'm gonna like make a leaping movement in 6 seconds and do all this at once.
Okay.
That's why I was asking.
Good luck.
So he has to turn back into an elf before
Oh.
turning into
Yes.
anything else.
Okay.
Mechanically,
So,
yes.
He wants to do the thing from the D&D movie,
Kind of sucks.
Yeah.
even though that doesn't follow the rules at all.
Well,
All right, roll
Neither
me a
do
D100.
turning
to
into
do it.
owl bears, but you know. here
Roll me a
we are.
D100. I like it. It's a fun plan. Give me a D100 roll. See this craziness.
71.
Okay.
Shit.
So you managed to scoot past. Remember, the raptors now are going crazy. Okay.
They're being friends.
And they're like ramming themselves to the point where they're like bloodied into the bars and they're like denting and they're starting to break. Okay, but 2 managed to get to you. Okay, and through
is he
this.
affected by the
No, he saved on his con save, so
Okay.
he's got to get away from the smoke though, because every turn he's got to
Gotcha.
roll. So total damage. Oh, that's not that bad. You only take 11. 11 slashing, as they're just
Can raptors climb?
barrel. Okay,
Why didn't you
barrel.
just climb the fence?
Well, you can't. They're straight bars. Otherwise, the raptors would just,
yeah?
they're
They're
made.
smart.
Yeah, raptors are super smart. So they're
I've
like
had 3 raptors. Like they're super smart.
super smart. I got 3
You
of
had
them now.
3?
Super smart pets.
So you slither out as a snake now.
Fuck.
And I'm slithering
Towards.
slithering toward or it's like some feet.
You wanna
Actually,
go to the field?
toward
Remember, you're supposed to meet them at the Emperor's tent. That's the plan.
Yeah, you have to meet up with us.
I'm gonna
And mind you, you don't have your sending stone.
Yeah, you left it in the ground.
I had no choice.
No choice. So are you gonna try to? Because you're a snake. I mean, who's gonna stop a snake?
Literally everyone. You
Dur-
tell
dur-
me-
during-
Well, no. Yeah, I mean, if there's chaos, if the dinosaurs are running amok, are you gonna stop to kill the snake, or are you gonna be like, I don't care? There's
No,
fucking
what you
raptor
do,
heading at
you
me.
release the raptors so that eat is.
Yeah, they're gonna
Wouldn't
eat anything.
Eat a snake.
they're already
Out of their choice of meat, probably not.
so I
Release the raptors. Okay, they're gonna eat you. Like.
Yeah, don't recently. Yeah, they're gonna eat you at this point.
I'm going. I'm gonna slither into the camp. I'm not going to the tent just yet. Is there like any can I find like cannons or something like that?
Well, yeah, they have them lined on the outskirts of the town. But let me paint the picture as you're leaving the town before you decide on what you want to do next. So, as you're leaving Stonehaven, you're slithering around, going through. The smoke is rising. It's ignited all the hay, so there's a fire there too. You see the tower that the guy was standing in is now lit, completely on fire.
Oh shit.
So he tries to like climb out, jump out. Probably didn't make it.
Aw.
But the
Well,
bars
poor
around
Bob.
the pens have become so bowed or bent entirely outward that the raptors are just fucking rushing the town. And you see guards are attempting to like corral them with their little prods, but it ain't working at all. They're getting torn to shreds. Okay.
Oh, shouldn't have laughed.
Now, as you exit the city, you can see Figgin and a group of about, because you have really good perception, and a group of about 8 or 9 people, and you can see like there's a couple more groups coming from the top of the mountain, but they're heading towards Figgin. You can see him.
He's like,
on
I met this really cool guard. He says he can't be here anymore.
Yeah. On the far like east or I guess south of the city, far south side of the city, those walls, they're like skirting the walls, and you can see they appear to be going relatively unnoticed. You do notice that Figgin is limping, and he doesn't look like he's in the best shape at this point. So something must have happened. You're not sure what, but you can see that they're attempting to make that final escape out there into that side passage. There's some boats that you can see that are just waiting, and they're heading in that direction. So maybe the plan went off perfectly.
It doesn't sound
maybe
like
a little rocky.
It sounds like it went a little rocky.
Yeah, but
If all you got is a limp from an entire escape, that's pretty.
potentially we don't know what else happened. Well, some people could have died because he only sees Figgin as like a grown person, right? Like a soldier, right? A dude with weapons. He's the only one that they see. Everybody else is like women and children. So who knows? Who else?
For extra content, we need a cutaway of the guard.
Yeah. Oh, well, who knows? Who knows? Who else may have fallen with Figgin's escape here? Because there was a lot of time that we did miss. But we will find out next time on our next episode of 20 Sided Dice Pack.